Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Laws. Today, we're going to review the Pinal County Sheriff's new PSYOP TV show that's going to show you how amazing the Pinal County Sheriffs are. Doesn't everybody agree that the Pinal County Sheriffs are the bestest ever? I mean, check out Frank Sloop with the blue striped cell phone cover. Look at this guy. What an absolute total clown. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that the Pinal County Sheriff's Department has now created a PSYOPs to show that they really are good people. They're good people. Look at Frank. Frank is this good-natured, sensible, strong man who's got a good mother. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that what you're about to see is a PSYOP. Let me know if you understand that the Pinal County Sheriff's Department is using social media to try to change their image. Their entire page is Frank Sloop. So today we're going to break down Mr. Sloop's pullovers, and we're going to go over each and every pullover that he does, and I'm going to show you exactly where the people he forces himself upon, where Frank Sloop forces himself into their lives, where they could have made better decisions to invoke their rights. So everybody, if you would, please type in that comment section OTVO, which stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. OTVO, pretty please, with sugar and cherries on top. Let's watch a couple minutes and I'll check back in with you in 1 second.
Is there any reason that you and him are driving like that? Because that's like, he pissed you off. Okay. Because both of you pissed me off, because that level of driving here with people that aren't playing your game of driving and seeing who could get in front of who is absolutely unacceptable. Let me see your driver's license.
I don't have it on me.
You don't have, oh, so you're driving the way you are and you're suspended. I don't care where you were going. There isn't a stipulation in Arizona state law that says I can drive.
He didn't say it was suspended. He said he didn't have it on him.
In an overly aggressive manner while my license is suspended. And you're not wearing your seatbelt. So I don't know what you expect from this traffic stop, but that level of driving is unacceptable. Do you have any ID so I know who you are?
Hello, sir.
Hi, why were you driving like that?
Back there.
I watched what you did.
Look at him. Have you ever been in a fist fight before? You ever fought another man in the street? They have some mannerisms and some tells. I know this because I fought a lot of people in the streets and I wrestled a lot of people my whole life. You want to look dead center right in the middle of their sternum when you're facing another man. But I want to watch Frank's body language. He is walking up to this guy as though he's taking him on.
Hi, why were you driving
Watch
like
his body
that?
language.
Back
Right there.
I watched.
Did you see it? Watch it.
Hi, why were you driving like that?
Back there.
I watched what you did.
No, I know.
You also have a
Beta
brake
male.
that functions in this vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
So you didn't have to race in front of him and cut him off and then hit your brakes. You could have simply just applied your brake and let him go by you, right?
Yep.
But you didn't, and you decided to travel at a criminal amount of speed. The speed limit here is 45. To get in front of him and then road rage him and slam on your brakes the second that you got in front of him. Is any of that incorrect?
No, yes, I didn't slam on my brakes. He was back there flipping me off. Moving.
Whoa. This pig is trying to arrest you. You do not start telling him a bunch of you do not engage in conversation with a pig. You pull your trifold down from your visor, and you can even be nice, respectfully. You have your job. I have to invoke my rights. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You show the trifold, you show him on camera.
Moving on me. That's why I passed him.
Okay.
And then I moved back in, and you're absolutely right. I slowed down, but
You
I slowed down.
okay.
Clear from that. I did not brake check him. I didn't go hard.
But you
you're
did.
absolutely
You
right.
cut in front of him, and then you applied your brakes.
I moved when I knew it was safe. I was way. I didn't cut anybody off. I didn't do anything aggressive, but I did apply my brakes. So, sorry.
But the passing movement was aggressive because it was at a criminal amount of
I
speed.
was hoping you could have.
What's a criminal amount of speed? What is a criminal amount of speed? You're a criminal if you go X amount of miles an hour in a car? I thought a criminal act is when you did something maliciously or purposely to strip someone else's rights away from them. The police have created criminal speeds. And who's that backed up by? By your Republicans and your Democrats that you guys have decided. I'll tell you what, I don't agree with Robert Kennedy Jr.'s stance on our Second Amendment. I don't think he can do anything about it with the Supreme Court we have in place. I'm voting third party. I'm voting for Robert Kennedy Jr. because I'm sick and tired of Republicans and Democrats.
Seen him flipping me off and all that. Which it doesn't matter.
See your driver's license. So I'm Deputy Slope, working for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is for
now he has a routine he does. Do you see that? As soon as the guy says anything that is any way going to push back on the BS that Frank Sloop is selling, then he goes into his script.
My brakes. Sorry.
So listen to the guy's excuse.
It was safe. I didn't cut anybody off. I didn't do anything aggressive.
Now watch
but I did
Frank.
apply my brakes.
Now watch Frank go into.
But the passing movement was aggressive.
Now he's going to go into
because it was
stick.
at a criminal amount of speed.
A criminal amount of speed.
Seen him flipping me off.
And now he's going to, because they're arguing back and forth, what Frank is going to do is take the position of authority right here. Watch.
It doesn't matter.
See your driver's license. So I'm Deputy Slope, working for the.
Let me see your. So they're arguing back and forth, and Frank doesn't agree with the narrative he's hearing back from the narrative he created. And so now he's going to say, now, what do I tell you to do? You tell them, what's your name and badge number? Now he's doing exactly what I taught auditors to do to the citizen.
Flipping me off and all that. It doesn't matter.
See your driver's license. So I'm Deputy Slope, working for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is for.
There it is. That's his script right there. As soon as the argument goes back and forth, there.
I was hoping you could have
Here comes Frank's script.
It doesn't matter.
See your driver's license. So I'm Deputy Slope, working for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is for aggressive / reckless driving, criminal speed. I may see your registration, current proof insurance. So he says that you were doing some sort of like swerving and flipping him off. Was there anything like that?
He was behind me.
I know. I saw him.
He came up behind him. He flew right behind me. It almost hit me as he went by.
Do you think it's going to do him any good talking to Frank Sloop? Frank wants to charge them both and arrest them both and impound their cars. Now they're creating a TV show out of this at the Pinal County Sheriff's Department. So this is a psyop. This is a complete psyop. So let's see what happens at the end of this. But remember, the Pinal County Sheriff, someone said it's like canal, but Pinal. Then, oh, Leroy Truth is in here. What's up, Leroy? How you doing? So now watch Frank Sloop. Watch him do the psyops operation. The Pinal County Sheriff's TV show is a psyops to show that the cops are really good.
I saw that also.
So I just wanted to run him down and from him.
Okay, probably not a good idea, right? Now as you sit here and tempers have settled down a little bit, probably not the best idea to see someone driving in a manner that's unsafe and then aggressively chase them down so you can have a conversation with them, which probably wouldn't be as cordial.
I know, yes.
Which wouldn't be as cordial as this conversation. All right, hang tight for me, boss. Settle down.
They found one cop who wouldn't be afraid of every single person they interact with, so they put a camera to follow him around. That's what's going on here. He's the only one who won't exhibit absolute fear of anybody in the public, and so they put a camera on him and go, yeah, go out there.
There's a lot of bad decisions that's in between us to the
Signing up to be a pig is a bad decision.
Front and back right now. What we saw before we hit the camera was some like aggressive, reckless driving, like super fast speeding, cutting off lane changes. And it's just two guys that have no ability to control their tempers.
Right. So what needs to happen here? What should happen right here? What should happen right here? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another rendition of Delete Laws. If you would please hit the like button and then put in the comment section, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. So what Frank should do here is pull them over, calm them both down and go, do you want thousands of dollars in tickets? Do you guys want to get in trouble for this? Or do you want to go on about your way and realize that you could go to jail if you guys start a fist fight? That's what should happen, right? If the government cared about us and the government was our brother's keeper, then they would look out for us. But instead of just stopping the road rage, calming these guys down, let's see exactly what Frank is going to do today.
And I don't understand why this happens on roadways in Santan when we're out here just trying to keep people safe. But
oh, no, Frank, you said in your last video, your job is to give people tickets. You didn't say you were out there just keeping people safe, Frankie. Why are you saying now that it's your job to keep people safe? Last show that we covered, you literally said the exact words. It is my job to give people tickets.
everyone's going to leave here with a ticket today. You're both getting tickets, but because you're parked here, I'm just going to write you first so I get you out and away from behind me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I said the fear. There's the fear. There's the fear.
At one point, trying to catch up to you guys, I was doing over 90 miles an hour. Not that you were. I was trying to close the speed.
Right. I can drive like a total maniac, but you can't.
A couple times, speeds in the 70s popped up, which means that you guys were faster than that. So, well, what I can absolutely say is that you were over 70 miles an hour. So your citation is for 70 and a 45, which is a criminal.
So he's guessing his speed. Listen to what the words he said again. Listen carefully. And if this man has a phone in his hand and he's recording this, when he goes to court, Frank is guesstimating the speed.
In the 70s, to you guys, I was doing over 90 miles an hour.
Okay, you were doing over 90, and that's perfectly fine for you, but anybody doing 70 is a criminal charge.
Not that you were. I was trying to close the speed.
So he acknowledged that he wasn't doing 90. He was trying to catch them.
A couple times speeds in the 70s.
A couple times speeds in the 70s? Well, which is it? What is the speed?
Popped up, which means that you guys were faster than that. So, well, what I can absolutely say is that you were over 70 miles an hour.
No.
So
he cannot absolutely say that. He was watching two guys mess with each other on the road. He's guesstimating.
Your citation is for 70 and a 45, which is a criminal amount of speed. RMP stands for reasonable and prudent, which for you is 0 because your driver's license is suspended. So you're getting a citation for driving while your license is suspended.
Hold on a second. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys just get a ticket for driving with your license suspended and the police let you go? Put a 1 in the chat if you've never heard of that. Put a 1 in the chat. I mean, Paul Unslaved, but Paul Unslaved has got some real lyrics. He really has he can orate extraordinarily well. Put a 1 in the chat if you've never heard of you driving on a suspended license, having a road rage incident back and forth with someone else, and then the cop says, I'm going to give you a ticket for that, and I'm going to let you go. This is a psyops operation. Look, the Pinal County sheriffs, they're fair. They're good. This is what should happen all the time. You should just be let go. If you're road raging, you know what? We do need security. We do need protection. I agree with that. Then step in, stop the violence, and then check those guys and be like, look, man, you guys assault each other. You're going to get a felony for assault. Are you good, man? Okay, dude, stop this. And go to the other guy. Okay, man, you good? Stop this. That is being my brother's keeper. But he's going to let him go with a suspended license after a partial road rage incident? I don't think so.
Exceeding this. RMP stands for reasonable and prudent, which for you is 0 because your driver's license is suspended. So you're getting a citation for driving while your license is suspended, exceeding the speed limit by more.
First Amendment Protection Agency is in the room, everybody. Follow this guy, man. I binge watched a bunch of his videos yesterday. Love the channel, brother. Keep fighting.
20 miles an hour, not wearing your seatbelt, and not having current proof of mandatory insurance. You're going to have a mandatory court date. He is going to get a mixture of these same tickets. He's not suspended, and he has insurance and was wearing his seatbelt, but he's also going to get some citations. So just need you to sign right here. By signing, you're not saying you did anything wrong. All you're saying is that you promised to appear. Now, I seized your driver's license because it is illegal for you to be in possession of it when it is knowingly suspended. So I'm going to take it, return it back to MVD. You need to get one. I also don't want to leave you sitting here behind me. So I want you to do is move your car into the Circle K parking lot and leave it there. Okay?
What?
I'm going to give that to you there. If you can move, I'm going to make sure traffic's good. If you can move around my car, just because I don't want you blocking my red and blue lights from people, And please.
Okay. I'm so sorry to repeat the video, but I want to make it clear that the Pinal County Sheriff's Department is running a PSY operation to try to make you guys believe that they're sensible and reasonable and fair in their dealings. This is their promoted show. Frank Sloop is their propaganda, as Walt Koak just put there. Unbelievable.
Wrong, all you're saying is that you promised to appear. Now, I seized your driver's license because it is illegal for you to be in possession of it when it is knowingly suspended. So I'm going to take it, return it back to MVD. You need to get one. I also don't want to leave you sitting here behind me. So I want you to do is move your car into the Circle K parking lot and leave it there. Okay? I'm going to give that to you there. If you
put a 1 in the chat if that would never happen for you. Put a 1 in the chat if you got pulled over and your license was suspended and you were having a back and forth with someone on the road, flipping each other off. If the cop would let you drive away knowing your license is suspended and then allow you to say, he's not even going to check and see if his car is parked in the Circle K right around the street. Are you freaking kidding me? This is 100% a PSYOPs operation. 100% a PSYOPs, and everybody here should know this.
You can move. I'm going to make sure traffic's good. If you can move around my car, just because I don't want you blocking my red and blue lights from people. And please read some books on stoicism.
What?
Be more calm and level-headed and less emotional in your driving. It'll make you safer, and you'll have less conversations with us. I'm sorry?
It was my time overseas.
It happens. I have some of my very most best friends are combat vets, so I've had a lot of conversations.
My very most best friends.
But you can't use that as a reason to get sideways with people here. Okay, so there's a better version. That's it. All right. If you can move your car out of the roadway, I sure would appreciate it.
So now that was his that was his attitude with that guy. What do you think his attitude is going to be like with this guy? How do you think he's going to? Oh, Leroy did a whole story on this guy. Leroy Truth has got a whole video on this. Leroy, pop that video in. One of the moderators, help him get his link up here if he did a whole story on Frank Sloop. Frank Sloop is a scumbag, part of a PSYOPs operation. Just this plain, simple fact of the matter. So now let's see if he's going to do it the same way here.
Good Serge, take care of some business here.
Okay.
So he got a bunch of tickets. He's on his way.
Yep.
You're getting some tickets. You're going to be on your way now that I've separated you two. So all the information up here is yours. Vehicles information's here. And what I told him, same I'm going to tell you. At one point, I was doing over 90 miles an hour trying to catch you guys.
But let's see if he uses the same BS words and the same BS logic, because he BS'd that guy completely.
Because you guys were speeding in front of me. So my radar was picking up speeds in the 70 range.
Well, then let's see it. I don't believe you for a second, dude. And by the way, when you're doing 90 whipping through traffic, how does that affect your radar?
Anywhere from low 70s to high 70s, which would be consistent with me having to travel at a higher speed to catch up with you. So
this is a PSYOPs operation, Pinal County. We don't believe you. We know that you're garbage.
Yep. The way physics works.
I got you.
So what I can swear on a stack of Bibles as tall as your lifted truck without mud flaps is that you were doing at least 75.
Okay.
At least. Okay. Posted speed limit here is 45.
Gotcha.
You are walking the line of aggressive driving.
Okay.
Per Arizona state statute, aggressive driving requires multiple violations of Arizona motor vehicle law, and it needs 3. And I could, again, swear on a stack of Bibles on 2 of them. I couldn't swear on 3.
Gotcha.
So all I'm going to do is cite you with the 2. Okay. The 2 are exceeding the speed limit by more than 20 miles an hour,
okay, and
that unsafe lane change of passing him on the left and then cutting in, because you shouldn't be passing a vehicle on the left at a speed that is over the speed limit in a criminal manner. So,
okay, you hear all that cop explaining. I hate to interrupt this because it's so good. And I'm going to try to do this in a cop sucking way, because to me, showing these guys any respect is cop sucking, because these guys are scumbags. These guys are the enemy of freedom, the enemy of liberty. Remember what their goal is. Their goal is to pull you over, impound your car, and steal your money. And so this is a total psyops. This is not their MO. This is not what they do. They don't let people with suspended license go ahead and drive around to Circle K and park there. I'm going to let you go now as I deal with this other guy. That is such a bag of crap. I pick up my dog's poop every day. If I picked up all my dog's poop and I stuck it in a bag, that's what this show would be. Let me show you respectfully how you do it, okay? Here it is respectfully. Cop walks up to your car. You've been road raging with another dude. You got a suspended license. He comes up and gives his stick, and then you say, here's my license, registration, and proof of insurance that you pulled down from your visor. You had it in a laminated card, as I've taught you 1,000 times. You're not looking for your registration. You're not looking for your insurance card. You have your current proof of insurance. You have your current registration ready to go. You have a photocopy of your driver's license in your car just in case you don't have your wallet or you can't find your driver's license. You give this to him right away. Boom, there it is. Now the cop walks up, and he's still talking. And then you say, officer, I understand you have a series of protocols, policies, and procedures that you must follow. And me as a free American, I too must follow a strict and rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. With all due respect, sir, I'm going to plead my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to plead I got this on deletelaws.com. Delete Laws gave this to me for free because if you can't afford one of these, I will provide one for you for free. I've been clicking. I said yesterday I wasn't going to give away free stuff. If you're not on my live, I lied. I sat yesterday for 2 hours and clicked away and gave away free trifolds to every single person who contacted me. I didn't miss a single person. Go to my website right now during the live. If you purchase anything, I'll give you everything else I sell for free. I don't care what you buy. Doesn't matter to me. The cheapest thing's $9. It's this trifold you can print out, and I will give you absolutely everything I sell for free. You see how respectful I was? Hello, Mr. Piggy. Thank you so much for ruining my day and making me feel full of cortisol and anxiety. I'm going to respectfully invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Don't ask me where I'm coming from, where I'm going, where I've been, if I've been drinking, if I have a gun. I'll take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address on my ID.
Now, the criminal swear on 3, so all I'm going to do is cite you with the 2. The 2 are exceeding the speed limit by more than 20 miles an hour, and that unsafe lane change of passing him on the left and then cutting in, because you shouldn't be passing a vehicle on the left at a speed that is over the speed limit in a criminal manner.
Danny, shoot me your order number on email. Go to my website, deletelaws.com, go to the inquiry form and send me your email. I'm starting to send off free stuff right now. I'm sending off free emails of everything I sell for free right now. So if you guys would, please try to pick up one thing. I give away about 90% of stuff for free, but that's okay. Please pick up one thing if you can, and I'll give you everything else for free. I got a bunch of stuff.
So now the criminal speed is a criminal offense. It's going to require that you go to court. And you know what would have been easier? Tap on your brakes, let him go down the road and be a jerk to someone else, and then you're at your appointment on time. Also, it's a great lesson in stoicism, man.
You got to.
All right, if you guys don't have any, I appreciate you guys wearing.
I'm so sorry. You have to be absolutely kidding me. Danny, email me, man. I'll take care of you, dude. So you got to be kidding me. Frank is now a stoic. Is that what you're telling me? Frank the stoic? How many cops do you know that are stoics? Can anybody tell me? How many pigs do you know that are stoics? How many do you know? How many? I'm just wondering. I don't know any cops who are stoics. I know 0. Most of them are jackboot thug pigs who want to arrest me.
So you don't have any questions, you're free to go.
What? There it is. There's the psyop. He let the guy with the suspended license go. He let the guy who's doing criminal speed go. And there's the psyop operation, that the Pinal County sheriffs are fair and sensible and just. And you know what? They're stoics. They're all very stoic. Usually we see them attacking and punching and torture cuffing people.
Thank you so much. You also. You're just driving for food. So you're driving at a criminal amount of speed.
Nice car you got.
Hi, thanks. You're under arrest for criminal speed. I want you to understand that.
So Frank walks up and immediately escalates the situation. As soon as the cop tells you that you're under arrest, what happens to your stomach? It goes through your throat. What happens to your heart rate? It flies. So Frank walks up right away and tells him he's under arrest. How does that make you feel? Can you just let me know in the comments? How does it make you feel when a cop says, hey, how you doing? You're under arrest. Tell me how you'd feel. I'll pause it.
Nice car you got.
Hi, thanks. You're under arrest for criminal speed. I want you to understand that.
How do you feel right now? Just make that real. You got a pig outside your window with a badge and gun on saying you're under arrest for criminal speed. I just want you to know that.
Do you understand that right now?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't want you to think that you're free to go, because you're not.
I'll bet he lets him go in the end because this is a PSY operation.
Okay. Want to make sure that we're understand. All right.
Trying to get home.
Just trying to get home.
lunch.
You are.
For lunch.
Oh, so you're just driving for food. So you're driving at a criminal amount of speed, passing cars that almost tripled. No, you're sorry that you got caught. That's the difference. If you're truly sorry, you just wouldn't have done it, and you would have obeyed the speed limit instead of going at more than double the posted speed limit. The speed limit on this road is 50 miles an hour. I locked you in at 90 before you passed those two cars. Okay? I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Okay? I want you to understand all of that. Okay? I'm going to decide whether I...
And there's his script right there, y'all. As soon as he gets a little bit squirrely, he goes right back to his script. It's a script. This is a scripted TV show. That's what this is. This is a scripted TV show. Everybody hit the like button.
Okay? I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit.
Wait, you're 47 seconds into the video, bro. We're at least 47 seconds into the video. We know who you are. You walked up and threatened him. You pulled him over with emergency lights on. So then why is it that he has to announce, I'm Frank Sloop with the Pinal County Sheriff's Department? Because he wants to reestablish control. We're 47 seconds in, and then he makes his scripted announcement. He does that because this is a TV show. This is a PSY operation for you to trust the cops.
More than double the posted speed limit. The speed limit on this road is 50 miles an hour. I locked you in at 90 before you passed those two cars. Okay? I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. Okay? I want you to understand all of that.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to decide whether I book you into jail and I tow this car and impound it or not for your reckless driving.
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay?
Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to bet that he does not impound the car, that he gives him a reduced ticket. This is a PSY operation. I want you guys to understand it. I saw these videos before I showed them to you. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's going to let him go and then reduce the speed he was doing.
Well, you're sorry. Again, you're sorry because you got caught. You're sorry because I'm in this car holding you accountable. And if I wasn't in this car, I never would have caught you because your speeds are so far in excess of the posted speed limit.
And also, that's really good. You took a, honest. I've been constipated all day.
Well, pretty sure the definition of constipated is that you can't go, which is perfect. That'll give you some more time. The reason that I drive this car, now people are like, oh, you drive a sports car. My speed in trying to catch up.
I'm so sorry. What'd he just say? What? I'm sorry. I don't know what his car looks like, but what did he just say right here?
It is that you can't go, which is perfect. That'll give you some more time.
So most 99% of us are not going to, so there's the shot of the side of the car, but 99% of us are not going to run from cops. 97% of us, 96, 98, somewhere in there, right? So that is a white, look at the wheels. Are those called alloy wheels? I mean, look at that. Those are beautiful. Wouldn't you love a set of wheels like that on your car? That's where your money's going, folks. Our money goes to wars, cops, and cages.
The reason that I drive this car, now people are like, oh, you drive a sports car. My speed in trying to catch up to him was well into the triple digits, which when a car is traveling at 100 miles an hour, you have to travel at those high speeds. And that's why this car was bought. This car was bought and paid for through funds obtained by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. It's on a very specific grant for aggressive driving and looking for guys like this. So you are.
Okay, so now we get a shot of the car. Is that a Mustang? What is that? Can anybody tell me what kind of car that is? That's a Charger. Is that what that is? I'm not sure what it is, y'all. I don't give a damn about materialism and stuff. So I mean, I'll drive anything as long as it drives and there's an air conditioner in it. So this is Now, I want you guys to listen to something very carefully here, and then I'm going to tell you what the truth is. Because what Frank said right here, he lied. What Frank is going to say right here is a lie, and I'm going to tell you where the money came from.
Like, oh, you drive a sports car.
People News Today, you
my
got it.
speed in trying to catch up to him was well into the triple digits, which when a car is traveling at 100 miles an hour, you have to travel at those high speeds. And that's why this car was bought. This car was bought and paid for through funds obtained by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. It's on a very specific grant for aggressive driving and looking for guys like this. So you are 21?
I'm 19, about to turn 20 this
About to turn 20, okay.
So the money that funded Frankie's car, the funds came from civil asset forfeiture and criminal asset forfeiture. I'm going to show you guys a video in a second that shows where and who pushed through civil asset forfeiture and criminal asset forfeiture. And the money that they steal from us with no charges, no ticket, no trial, no jury, not even one of these corrupt, disgusting judges, nothing. The cop just seizes your money and then it goes into what did he say it goes into?
High speeds. And that's why this car was bought. This car was bought and paid for through funds obtained by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Through funds obtained.
Car was bought. This car was bought and paid for through funds obtained by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Through funds obtained through the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. That car could have been civilly seized or criminally seized, or it could be a combination of multiple seizures of cars and assets of people through.
This car was bought and paid for through funds obtained by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Through the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, they created a financing apparatus that took your civil asset forfeiture money and your criminal asset forfeiture money and put it into a fund so they could then get toys for the police departments in America. That's the simple fact. Listen, this is all I do. This is all I study. That's a fact. This is from the car itself may have been a civil asset forfeiture or a criminal asset forfeiture. Frank has no idea how the car was bought. It's a TV show. This is a psyops for you to believe that Frank is some sort of good guy and that the Pinal County Sheriff's Department is some sort of sensible, reasonable office that will work with you if you get pulled over and you just got to take a dump, but you're trying to rush home. It's a lie. Frank, you're a liar, dude.
It's on a very specific grant for aggressive driving and looking for guys like this. So you are 21?
I'm 19, about to turn 20
about to turn 20, okay.
He's 19, about to turn 20. Frank can ruin his life. And so we all know that. Put a 1 in the chat if you know for a fact that Frank can ruin this guy's life, impound his car, give him a reckless driving ticket, take him to jail. We know, everybody here knows that in 99% of the time, the cop is going to ruin this 19-year-old guy's life.
This week.
Well,
this is gonna hurt.
Well, that's a very appropriate reason to have some tears rolling down your face, is because you realize that there's repercussions for this. So your citation for your 90 and a 50 and all of those lane changes that you made around cars without signaling and really sharp into one lane, sharp into other, that's literally the definition of reckless driving. And that's what your citation's for. So that is a criminal offense. Just like I told you, you're under arrest. You're going to have to go and talk to the judge here in Casa Grande. You're going to have to tell them, hey, this is why I thought that driving fast to lunch was a good idea.
It wasn't.
I know that. And now you also know that. But I want you to understand that the severity of this, okay? This is a criminal offense. It's a class 2 misdemeanor. I'm well within my right to take you to jail. Okay? But you've been respectful. You have no previous driving history with the Pinal County Sheriff's Office in any way.
Hold on a second, folks. We're at 2 minutes and 55 seconds on this video. Are you hearing what he's saying right here? Are you listening carefully?
Nice car you got.
Hi, thanks. You're under arrest for criminal speed. I want you to understand that. Do you understand that right now?
So there, and then we go back to here at 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
The severity of this, okay?
It's very severe. You're under arrest for criminal speed. You're under arrest. He started off with that. So the guy's stomach went through his throat. His brain went into hyperdrive. He's terrified.
It's a criminal offense. It's a class 2 misdemeanor. I'm well within my right to take you to jail.
Okay, you said he was under arrest. You said you were going to impound his car. You said all these things.
Okay, but you've been respectful. You have no previous driving history with the Pinal County Sheriff's Office in any way. You've never been stopped before. So maybe I just caught you on a bad day, and this will be a reminder to be a better driver.
You got to be kidding me. Has this happened to you before where you're doing what they're calling a criminal speed? I thought a criminal was someone who did something criminal. I didn't know going fast in your car was criminal. The police have done everything they can to arrest us out of our cars.
I've been having a bunch of things run through my head. I've been helping my sister with her car, work. Got these speakers I'm trying to sell for my house. A bunch of other things.
I can see how selling speakers makes you drive almost 100 miles an hour.
No, I'm not thinking straight.
Okay. Well, what you do is just sign right down here.
Wow. This is a PSYOPs operation, folks. Now, I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to come right back to this. We're at 3 minutes and 26 seconds. I'm going to come right back to this. We're not leaving this, okay? So I just want to show you where this happened, where the Arizona governor's office could set up a fund to be able to buy supercars for pigs. I made this video maybe 2 years ago, and I want to show you exactly where it came from. You're never going to guess. You're never going to guess where it came from.
City, town, state police, you name it.
We changed the law so that if you are arrested and you are a drug dealer.
From Joe Biden, folks. Joe Biden, when he was the senator from Delaware, he worked with Ronald Reagan to create criminal asset and civil asset forfeiture.
We changed the law so that if you are arrested and you are a drug dealer under our forfeiture statutes, the government can take everything you own, everything from your car to your house, your bank account, not merely what they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction.
Not merely what they confiscate.
What they confiscate in terms of the dollars from the transaction.
They can take.
You just got caught.
They can take everything.
Engaging in. They can take everything. They can take everything.
So just to be fair, we all know Joe Biden's a stumbling moron. But now, just to show both sides, because I don't want my Republicans or Democrats saying how Republicans or Democrats are better. I'm voting for Robert Kennedy Jr., even though he's against our Second Amendment. The Supreme Court won't allow him to strip us of our rights.
Prisons right here.
The first reform I want to talk about.
The first reform Ronald Reagan wants to talk about
today concerns that exclusionary rule.
The exclusionary rule, which comes from the 1914 case of Weeks versus United States. And upholds what? Your Fourth Amendment right that there has to be a warrant for you.
As you know, the Supreme Court recently recognized that it makes no sense to apply the exclusionary rule when a police officer believes in reasonably good faith that he is acting under a valid warrant.
That comes from the 1949 case of Brinegar versus the United States. Brinegar, spelled like vinegar, but with a B. You can look it up.
Even if the warrant is defective for some reason. My proposal would codify
the
existing reasonable good faith exception.
Would codify that you don't need reasonable good faith.
And expand it to warrantless searches and seizures.
And expand it to warrantless searches and seizures.
And expand it to warrantless searches and seizures. It'll make a difference to those of you on the front line.
And who's he talking about? He's talking about cops. He's talking about the cops on the front line. They're on the front line against you, and they need to have a warrantless search and seizure.
Right here.
The first reform I want to talk about today concerns that exclusionary rule.
Well, let me show you what I was talking
down
about.
Here, look at this. And now Reagan introduces for-profit prisons right here.
The first reform I want to talk about today concerns that exclusionary rule. As you know, the Supreme Court recently recognized that it makes no sense to apply the exclusionary rule when a police officer believes in reasonably good faith that he is acting under a valid warrant, even if the warrant is defective for some reason. My proposal would codify the existing reasonable good faith exception and expand it to warrantless searches and seizures. It'll make a difference to those of you on the front line.
So I know a lot of you who are led by the media and different paid for media organizations have put Ronald Reagan up on some great pedestal, as though Ronald Reagan was some great man for liberty and freedom. Ronald Reagan is one of the worst presidents in U.S. history. One of the worst of all times. All the way down there with Andrew Jackson, with William Howard Taft. There's been some really horrific presidents. Ronald Reagan was one of them, if not the worst president of all time. Now, what they do is, what happens when a cop shoots somebody? He gets a promotion, an award within 12 months. We know that. We've seen this. We've seen the data. So when you have one of the worst presidents in U.S. history, like Joe Biden, like Ronald Reagan, then the media machine for the government, and the media has their own, the media is the government, Project Mockingbird. Then what they'll do is they'll take one of the worst presidents who completely infringed on our Second Amendment right. That was Ronald Reagan with the Brady Act. He wanted to strip away our Fourth Amendment right. And then they'll tout him as being one of the greatest because of what he did in the Soviet Union. But the Soviet Union was ready to fall back then anyway. Ronald Reagan just made the speech to get Gorbachev to tear down your wall. Trust me, this is all I do. Did you know about Brinegar versus United States 1949? Did you know that's what Ronald Reagan was talking about? Did you know that comes from the 1914 case of Weeks that upholds our Fourth Amendment right? If you didn't know that, then maybe, just maybe, you learned something new today. And look those things up. Weeks versus United States 1914, 1949, Brinegar versus United States. All right, let's get back to Frank and the PSYOPs operation, as he continues to be the good guy and help everybody. But before I go back to this, let me make this announcement. If you guys go to my website, Delete Laws, right now during the live stream, well, I'll give it to you anyway, but please try to do it during the live stream. And you order anything from my website, I will send you everything I sell for free. Get a trifold in your car. Also, the 5A Cop Card is out. The 5A Cop Card is now out and available. It's like a credit card. This is the non-driver card. It's like a credit card. It's a step-by-step tutorial what to do when you run into cops. Number 1, start filming and state, I invoke my First Amendment. Number 2, cop approaches and says any words to you at all. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Get these now. These cards will likely be sold out before Christmas. Anybody who hates cops as much as I do is going to love this card. This is actually indestructible. Order now from DeleteLaws.com during my live stream, and I'll email you everything I sell for free. If you can't afford my 5A Cop Card, or if you can't afford this, the one I print out and send to you, I'll give it to you for free. Go to my website, Delete Laws, and go to the inquiry form and say free trifold, free 5A Cop Card. Now, when I email you the 5A Cop Card like this, you'll have to print it out and laminate it yourself. Just like when I email you the trifold, you'll have to print it out yourself if you want to laminate it, do it yourself. This one's not laminated. It's on indestructible paper. Of course, you can destroy it. I mean, it's just words. But if you wad this up and put it back together, if you spill coffee on it, you can wipe it right off. It's an indestructible paper type. Of course, you can destroy anything. You can destroy a piece of wood. So, all right, go to my website right now. Get a trifold. Get a 5A Cop Card. Protect yourself. Watch my videos of how I teach you how to wield your camera like a ninja warrior. Ha! Jackboot thug pig. Put that in the comments, will you? JBTP. JBTP. I'll check on that right now, Jim E. I'll check on that right now.
By signing, you're not admitting any guilt. All you're saying is that you promised to appear.
I know, I got it. If I don't sign, then I'm definitely going to jail, right?
That is absolutely correct. Yeah, that is. All you're saying is that you promised to go there and talk to the judge. And if you don't sign it, what you're saying is that you're not going to go. And then I make sure that you go. Okay?
Do you have any idea how much the ticket card is going to be?
You know what? I don't, because the sheriff's office doesn't deal with money at all. All that stuff all goes through the court. You'll talk to the prosecutor, which is the lawyer for the state, and just say, hey, look, I had speakers to sell. I was on my way home. I wasn't thinking.
What? Did you guys hear anything about speakers to sell? I never heard that. I never heard that.
I was driving a little crazy, and see what they'll do, if they'll work with you or not. Okay? Any other questions I can answer for you before I kick you loose?
Nothing besides thank you for your service, man.
No, it's my pleasure, man. Thank you for being cool. Just make better decisions, okay? Because you have to understand that the repercussions for decisions that you make go far past just the action.
Yeah, I know.
All right? All right. Appreciate you being cool, man. Thank you so much. Get home, have some lunch. And thank you for being cool. Just make better decisions.
Thank you for being cool.
Okay? Because you have to understand that the repercussions for decisions that you make go far past just the action.
Yeah, I know.
All right? All right. Appreciate you being cool, man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Get
you
home,
being cool, man.
have some lunch, take a good poop.
Take a good
You're
poop. Now Frank's his buddy. Frank's his friend now. Is that what's going on here? Is that what we're seeing? Is that Frank is a cool guy? Frank is a friendly guy? Because it doesn't look like he's very friendly to me. Looks like he's a jackboot thug pig to me. I'm just saying. Is that not what it looks like to you? That's what it looks like to me. All right, let's check out another Frank video here. I'll check my website right now, y'all. I'll check my website.
Construction work.
Okay, so this is another one with another Frank sloop. I mean, wasn't it amazing though? Didn't I say in the beginning of that video that he's going to let him go? Frank lets most people go. Do you get let go when you get pulled over? Do you get let go? I just wonder. Do you get let go? How many people get let go by cops? How about this? Put a 1 in the chat if the cops don't let you go. If the cops persecute you, your family, your friends, your loved ones. I'm just wondering, am I the only one who gets pulled over maybe once or twice a month, and once or twice a month, if they can give me a ticket, they do? I mean, am I the only one? Because it feels like there's so many people who get hammered by these pigs.
Workers get struck and killed every year, all over Arizona and all over the United States. It's a dangerous job enough just to be working on the side of the road, but having people travel at a speed that's above the posted speed limit, that's really what's dangerous.
So when you cross these two giant signs that are as big as the windshield of your car, when you cross between these, you have to be going a limit of 35 miles per hour.
56 and tinted windshield.
Oh, really? What's up, man? How you doing? That's actually not true. See your driver's license.
What did I do?
Let me see your driver's license.
Hey, film me, Mom. Come, I'm getting harassed. Don't touch my car.
Getting harassed.
What did I do? I wasn't speeding. I was following my mother.
Okay.
So
Do you know what? Let me see your driver's license.
What was I doing?
I'm not going to ask you again, or I'm going to put my hands on you.
What? What did he say? Okay.
Oh, really? What's up, man?
You're not allowed to have a muscle car. I'm the only one who can seize people's money and have a muscle car.
How you doing? That's actually not true. See your driver's license.
What did I do?
Let me see your driver's license.
Hey, film me, Mom. Come, I'm getting harassed. Don't touch my car.
Getting harassed.
What did I do? I wasn't speeding. I was following my mother.
Okay.
So
Do you know what? Let me see your driver's license.
Okay. So he may be right. He may be correct. But there are so many Supreme Court cases that will hold up the cops' part of it. If you're driving a car, subtracting if you give the cop the bird, read between the lines. If you're driving a vehicle and the copper pulls you over, I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I think the driver's license thing is a scam, and that comes from the 1915 case of Hendricks versus Maryland. If you want to research the case, it's a Supreme Court case that gave each individual state the right to create their own set of Department of Motorized Vehicles rules, laws, statutes, codes, ordinances. So when you're driving a vehicle, and unless you flip the cop off and he pulls you over and you have it on camera, then you can say, I'm not going to give you my ID, my license or registration. However, if that cop pulls you over and you're driving a car, Okay. I don't agree with it. I'm not saying it's right. Don't think I'm over here going like, yeah, I want the government to be able to demand your ID just because you drove a car. I didn't create the rules. I'm just trying to keep you so you don't go to jail. You have to present your license, registration, and proof of insurance. It's not what I agree with. This is the 1915 case of Hendricks versus Maryland. It gave the states the right to do this. And then the Supreme Court, through a myriad of case law, has made it so that if the cop pulls you over, even if he's wrong, and you don't do the step-by-step rules that the government demands you do, you go to jail, and there's almost zero recourse for you. Because the prosecutor will list this Supreme Court case and this Supreme Court case and this Supreme Court case. Just like I will list the original right of our Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Frank pulled him over because he was driving a muscle car, and Frank's ego was challenged by that guy driving a muscle car. And then when this guy walks up to Frank, when Frank walks up to this guy, listen to the first thing.
Your driver's license.
Okay, he says driver's license. Now listen carefully.
What did I do?
That is not what you say. That's not what you say. The cop walks up to you, cop approaches you. First thing you do is you start filming. It's right here on your 5A cop card. It's right there. You start filming. And then he says, give me your license.
Let me see your driver's license.
Filming, Mom, come, I'm getting harassed.
Why are they filming? Mom, I'm getting harassed. Look at the title of the thumbnail I put here. You are the star of the Pinal County Sheriff's Department TV show, whether you like it or not. Whether you want to be the star of their show or not. Let's keep listening. I'm going to show you where he makes his horrible mistakes.
Don't touch my car.
Don't touch my car. So now you're getting into a cucumber measuring contest with a jackboot thug pig.
Getting harassed.
What did I do? I wasn't speeding. I was following my mother.
Why are you telling him your business?
Okay.
So
Do you know what? Let me see your driver's
What
license.
was I doing?
I'm not going to ask you again, or I'm going to put my hands on you.
It wasn't even 10 seconds before Frank threatened him with physical violence. Does Frank have the right? Let me ask you guys a question. Let's see if you guys know. Put a 1 in the chat. Does Frank have the right at this point to put his hands on him? Put a 1 if yes, he does. Put a 2 if no, he doesn't. Can Frank? Chuck Bronson's in the room, everybody. Man, we got a few auditors in here today. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm looking for your comment, Chuck, so I can post you up here. Chuck, good to see you. So put a 1 in the chat if you think Frank has the right to touch him. Put a 2 in the chat if you think at this point here, does Frank have the right to touch him? Yes or no? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Does Frank have the legal right to put his hands on this man right now? Yes or no? So I got a 1, I got a 1, at 2, 2, 2. Random Country says 2, 2, 2, 2. Shane says 1, 2 from Gil, 2 from BW. Frederick says 1. Okay. So because of the 1968 holding of Terry versus Ohio, Frank has the right to put his hands on anybody at any time in the name of officer safety. This man came out and challenged Frank's authority. When that goes to court and the judge sees the video and that guy didn't give him his ID right away, a prudent man may believe that he's armed and dangerous. Graham versus Connor, 1989, use of force is determined by the objectively reasonable officer on the scene. What does that mean? Objective reasonableness. Frank has the objective reasonableness in his mind to believe what this driver has done or maybe could do in the future. The use of force that Frank can use on this man is up to him, the reasonable officer on the scene. So now you know, and you can tell your friends, when does a cop have the right to put his hands on you? Anytime he wants. And why is that? For officer safety. The Terry versus Ohio holding allows cops to put their hands on you. Do you get that? Before 1968, I can't get worked up like I did yesterday. That's why we're only watching these Frank Sloppy videos, because I just about had a stroke yesterday. Cried my eyes out after I got after the live. I can't do it again. I can't get that emotional. So the 1968 holding of Terry versus Ohio allows police to grab you anytime they want in the name of officer safety. The 1989 case of Graham versus Connor allows them to objectively reason what crime they think you have committed or you may commit. So now you know. I'm not going to get fired up. I'm not going to get fired up. I'm going to keep myself nice and calm.
Let me see your driver's license.
Dad, can you come here? I have it. Stop. Just give me my.
There we go. So, posted speed limit. Well, you're in public, so there's no expectation of privacy. No, there's not. There is not in public. So you're in a. Did I say run anything?
Okay, can you just off instead of being like you're being rude?
Huh?
What about?
What did he say?
Did I say run anything?
Okay, can you just off instead of being
Can you just effing talk instead of being a total douchebag? Instead of being a douche, like
you're being rude. For what?
What have I done that makes me rude?
I'm not talking.
Okay, let me see registration, current proof of insurance. So I'm Deputy Slope, work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you were in a 35 mile per hour construction zone at 55 miles per hour.
How many other cars?
I don't care how many other cars were there. The reason I stopped you is you were in a 35 mile per hour construction zone at 55 miles per hour.
So we're at 1 minute and 44 seconds here. He said you're doing 55 in a 35.
It's a dangerous job enough just to be the speed limit. That's really
as big. You have to be.
Shut up.
56 and tinted windshield.
Oh, really? What's up, man?
Oh, so it was an ego thing from the beginning. It was an ego thing from the very beginning.
Okay, let me see registration, current proof of insurance. So I'm Deputy Slope, work for the Pinal. What have I done?
Like you're being rude. For what?
What have I done that makes me rude?
I'm not talking.
Okay, let me see registration, current proof of insurance. So I'm Deputy Slope, work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you were in a 35 mile per hour construction zone at 55 miles per hour.
How many other cars?
I don't care how many other cars were there. And then you also have a tinted windshield, which is also illegal. So I need to see registration, current proof of insurance, please.
I bought my car like this.
Okay.
Can you just stop hovering over me?
No.
Okay, so I want to show you guys something extraordinarily important. I'm going to teach you something new here. So listen to this. Listen to what he says.
I'm Deputy Slope, work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. What have done that makes me rude?
I'm not talking.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you. Okay, that doesn't work. I know you guys have seen a lot of people on YouTube videos saying, I don't answer questions and these things. But those people are not constitutional law scholars. And so I want to share with you something that you absolutely have got to know. The reason why I made the trifold and the 5A cop card, it's called the 5A cop card. Why is that? Why do you think the main square of the three panels, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent? It says Fifth Amendment on it, and then you state it. Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. You have to say those exact words. And why is that? Why do you have to say the words? Well, it's the Supreme Court. It's the same thing, same thing, same thing. In the 2013 case of Salinas versus Texas, sorry, let me you guys see this. Salinas versus Texas, you have to say out loud. Oh, right on. You got your trifold? Happy to hear it, brother. You have to say out loud, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. In 1992, Houston police officers found 2 murder victims. The investigation led to Gennavo Salinas. I'm not going to try it. Salinas agreed to accompany the officers to the police station where he was questioned for about 1 hour. Salinas was not under arrest at the time, and had not been read his Miranda rights. Selena answered every question until an officer asked him whether the shotgun shells found at the scene of the crime would match the gun found in Salinas' home. According to the officers, Salinas remained silent and demonstrated signs of deception. A ballistic analysis later matched Salinas' gun with the casings at the scene. Police also found a witness who said Salinas admitted to killing to the victims. In 1993, Salinas was charged with murder but could not be located. 15 years later, Salinas was finally captured. The trial ended in a mistrial. At the second trial, the prosecution attempted to introduce evidence of Salinas' silence about the gun casings. Salinas objected, arguing that he could invoke his Fifth Amendment right, protection against self-incrimination, whether he was in custody or not. The trial court admitted the evidence, and Salinas was found guilty and sentenced to 20 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. A $5,000 fine. There's the government just trying to get money out of anybody, even murderers. The 14th Court of Appeals, Harris County, Texas, affirmed, noting that the courts that have addressed these issues are divided. The Court of Criminal Appellates in Texas affirmed. So here's the constitutional question. Okay, so you understand this. Anytime it goes to the Supreme Court, who works against us, who is the enemy of the people, 98% of the time, they are the enemy of you and I. Right now, the Supreme Court's upholding our Second Amendment right because Clarence Thomas is bought and paid for by a billionaire gun lobbyist who loves guns. So Clarence Thomas is leading with Alito, and so the other four conservatives, and so they're doing the only thing they've ever done good, this court, which is fight for our Second Amendment right. So when it goes to the Supreme Court, though, there's always a constitutional question. Remember what it said here a moment ago. I'm going to back up just a little bit. It said here, okay, noting that the courts have addressed this issue, are divided. The courts that have addressed this issue are divided. So the court in Florida, the court in Tennessee, the court in Texas, the court in New York, they're divided on whether or not the Fifth Amendment, whether you have to state it or not. And the Criminal Court of Appeals of Texas affirmed the holding. So the constitutional question now that the Supreme Court is going to take up is going to say, does the Fifth Amendment self-incrimination clause protect a defendant's refusal to answer questions asked by cops before he has been arrested or read his Miranda rights? And of course, if you go by ideology, the same conservatives who I just said are upholding our Second Amendment right, they constantly side on the side of the cops. And this is a 5-4 decision, meaning that it's completely done on ideological lines. So the question was, does the Fifth Amendment does it protect a defendant for refusal to answer questions? No, it does not. Samuel Alito, who's still on the court, announced the judgment for a divided court. Alito, joined by Roberts and Kennedy, concluded that the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination does not extend to defendants who simply decide to remain mute during questioning. You have to say the words. I don't answer questions is not saying I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Long-standing judicial precedence has held that a witness who desires protection against self-incrimination must explicitly claim that protection. Did you read that? This is from the holding of Salinas versus Texas. Long-standing judicial precedence has held that any witness who desires protection against self-incrimination must explicitly claim that protection. What protection are they talking about? They're talking about your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You have to say it. Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. You have to say it. And in today's world, if it's not on camera, it didn't happen. You're reading the holding. I'm just giving you the knowledge. I'm showing you where to look. You have to, on the 5A cop card, on both cards, driver or non-driver, what does it start off with saying? Number one, I see a cop, I start filming, I invoke my First Amendment right. Number two, a cop approaches and says any words at all. While filming, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Fifth Amendment is unequivocal. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you further. I didn't create this. I created the card. I created the trifold. I didn't create this bullshit system where we have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, meaning I can sit here mute, And then the corrupt, unelected monarch Supreme Court of the elitists, if they want to catch a murderer, they go, oh, no. It's a murder case, y'all. It's a murder case. We have to create a little caveat into your rights for murderers. How many of you are murderers? 99.99% of us are not murderers. They created a caveat into our Fifth Amendment right where you have to state it. I don't answer questions is not the Fifth Amendment. I stand mute is not the Fifth Amendment. Read it again, my friends. Read it again. Long-standing judicial precedent. That's not true. They made that up. Has held that any witness who desires protection against self-incrimination for you not to get in trouble by the state when they're questioning you must explicitly claim that protection. This requirement ensures that the government is put on notice when the defendant intends to claim this privilege and allows the government to either argue that the testimony is not self-incriminating or offer immunity. The plurality reiterated two exceptions of this principle. One, that a criminal defendant does not need to take the stand at trial in order to explicitly claim this privilege. So you don't have to be in trial. You can be on the side of the road. And then two, that fails to claim this privilege must be excused when that failure was due to government coercion. The opinion declined to extend those exceptions to the situation in this case. Notwithstanding popular misconception, the court held that the Fifth Amendment does not establish a complete right to remain silent, but only guarantees that criminal defendants may not be forced to testify against themselves. Therefore, as long as cops do not deprive defendants of the opportunity to claim the Fifth Amendment privilege, there is no constitutional violation. In a separate opinion, Clarence Thomas wrote that Salinas' Fifth Amendment privilege would not have been applicable even if invoked because the prosecutor's testimony regarding his silence did not compel Salinas to give self-incriminating testimony. Justice Anthony Scalia joined his opinion. Justice Stephen Breyer wrote a dissent in which he argued that Salinas' silence was enough to claim the Fifth Amendment privilege and that the majority decision raised clear problems for uneducated defendants. Holy smokes. Who may not know the explicit language necessary to protect their rights. Do you believe me now that you have to say the words? Breyer wrote a dissent in which he argued Salinas' silence is enough to claim Fifth Amendment privilege and that the majority's decision raised clear problems for uneducated defendants who may not know the explicit language necessary to claim their rights. I made sure it was clear as a bell. On the trifold, I said, know your rights. On the other side, as soon as you pull it down, it says, Fifth Amendment, I invoke my right to remain silent. You have to say the words. You read it yourself, right? Did everybody see it? Oh, you got the ebook, bro? Ryan got the ebook. Yeah, just so you guys know, I got an ebook that I give you guys when you purchase anything from my website. I also have a poster that I give you guys when you purchase anything. Is the website working now? I'm not sure if it's working or not. I hopefully it's working. Let me see if it is. I'll let you know in just a couple of seconds. Looks like it's working again, y'all. The website is working again. So listen, I did the math yesterday. I put a little over $6,000 into creating these cards. A little over $6,000. And what does it say right away at the top? If you're the non-driver, you start filming and you say, I invoke my First Amendment right. And then number 2, cop approaches, says any words at all to you. While filming, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's on the non-driver card. On the driver card, it says, cop pulls you over. While filming, you state, I invoke my First Amendment right. And then it's upheld by Turner versus Driver and my First Amendment. Number 2, cop approaches, states alleged infraction, or questions you. Filming, give cop all required legal documents, and then you state, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Do we understand now? Like, I'm not making up these rules. I'm not making up these rules. The Supreme Court's doing this to us. The Supreme Court is working against us and has since the very beginning. Since the very beginning. The reason why Constitutional Law Scholar is taking so long is because I've had to do so much case study from the 18th century and the 19th century. There's so many cases the Supreme Court decided against our civil liberties, against our rights, against our children. against our labor since the very beginning. Oh man, that's a great username. Thanks for joining. Question Authority, overturn Terry versus Ohio. When does a cop have a right to touch you? The moment he sees you. Why does he have the right to touch you? Terry versus Ohio. Let's get back to the video. Now, do you guys understand, right? I'm going to have to stop this again and pop over to the video. Little StreamYard stuff here.
Okay, let me see.
I'm not talking.
Okay, let me see your registration, current proof of insurance. So I'm Deputy Slope, work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is you were in a 35 mile per hour construction zone at 55 miles per hour.
How many other cars?
I don't care how many other cars were there. And then you also have a tinted windshield, which is also illegal. So I need to see registration, current proof of insurance, please.
I bought my car like this.
Okay.
Can you just like stop hovering over me?
No.
I'm gonna wait till my parents get here.
Is that what I teach you to do? Wait till your parents get back?
Hey, if you want to shut your door for me. Oh man, that's aggressive.
Oh, shutting the door. You mean pulling up behind someone with lights on and a siren and then having a gun, a stick, a taser, and then threatening to put your hands on them? That's not aggressive, Frank? You psyops chumpzilla?
If you're curious about what's wrong with society, it is absolutely.
It's you. Okay, I'm going to jump in here. Put a 1 in the chat if what's wrong with society is law enforcement. Enforcing laws upon people is the exact opposite of John Locke's theory on natural law. John Locke's theory on natural law, which establishes the rule of law via the social contract. John Locke's theory on natural law states that the only reason laws were to be created at all when the people agree to be governed by a government is so that the government can create laws to protect the rights of the individuals in that society. We never, ever, ever, John Locke's theory, James Madison, all of them, never was the idea we would have law enforcers in America. We need rights protectors. The theory of natural law, again, I'll say it, is so that laws are created to uphold your civil liberties. Okay, I just want to be clear about that. So the problem with America is law enforcers. If we didn't have law enforcers, then we wouldn't have so many people in prisons and jails.
Absolutely everything about this stop. So it is this arrogant, condescending.
Here's some projection right here. Listen to Frank projecting right here. See if this describes Frank himself.
This arrogant, condescending attitude. It is. Hi.
This is my son.
Okay.
I'm sorry. We just
He's filming it.
It's okay. It's okay. And you know, I just had a desk. It's we're going back home to Gilbert.
Okay. He's speeding and he's going to get a ticket. That's it. You are not free to go. Get back in your car.
I'm not leaving. I'm telling my parents.
Isn't the cop car blocking his car in? You don't have to get back in your car. You don't have to do what this pig demands of you.
Well, you started touching. You opened my door.
No, I didn't.
You touched my door.
Okay.
Why can Frank open his car door? How come Frank can open his car door? How come he can do it? Because of the 1977 case of Pennsylvania versus Mims. Frank can open his car door because of the Pennsylvania versus Mims case. And what is the holding that is the foothold, the jurisprudence for Pennsylvania versus Mims to exist? The 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. The cop could not open your car door, could not order you out of the car without Terry versus Ohio creating the jurisprudence for Pennsylvania versus Mims in 1977. Do you understand how destructive Terry versus Ohio is now? Quick question here. Does qualified immunity allow allow Frank to open your car door and order you out of the car? No, it doesn't. Does qualified immunity allow Frank to put his hands on you and threaten to put his hands on you for you not giving his driver's license within 10 seconds? No, it doesn't. What does? Terry versus Ohio.
He has a problem. I will make this as quick, as painless as possible. However, that action
deserves
What?
repercussions.
What?
Okay, along with the fact that he's 20 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. Okay, so and saying that he hopes that my daughter dies, that right there is unacceptable. Okay, that's unacceptable under any circumstances ever. So if you could,
Why didn't they show that to us? I never heard anything about a daughter dying. Did you guys hear that? I never heard anything like that.
okay, along with the fact that he's 20 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. Okay,
Got you, Brian.
so
Check your email.
and saying that he hopes that
Douglas,
my daughter
check your
dies,
email. Anthony,
that right there is
check your
unacceptable.
email.
Okay, that's unacceptable under any
I never heard that,
circumstances
so I
ever.
don't know what he's talking about.
So if you could just kind of try to control him while I take care
Control
of some business,
him?
I sure would appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I don't even have words.
Yeah, Frank, neither do we, bro. You're the problem in America, not him. You're arrogant. You're disrespectful.
Unbelievable. Oh, and he's suspended. And he's admin per se suspended, which means it's criminal.
Oh, it's everything's criminal, isn't it? Have you heard
Couldn't have
that?
happened to a nicer guy.
Have you heard that from Frank three
So
or
the
four
driver
times
of this
now?
vehicle is admin per se suspended, meaning that he was arrested in this particular case for DUI drugs previously.
DUI
and,
drugs?
Has a subsequent license suspension. And obviously he's had a bad day previous to meeting me here, but that kind of response and action is just absolutely unnecessary. How old is he?
He's 19.
Oh, okay. So
We're just
he's an adult and he's got adult stuff. So can I talk to him, please? Did you happen to see the 35-mile-per-hour signs over there?
No, sir. I thought it was 45.
Okay. They're big. They're posted on the side of the road there in the
Traffic, and I was paying attention to the road.
Yeah.
So Frank sat at a construction zone where they had lowered the speed limit, but if you're driving down the highway, you're just going on along. So this is at 9:03. Here's where Frank says, "Hey, everybody, look how right I am. See, there's a big sign here that drops it down to 35. So that means that you have to go 35 even if nobody else is in danger." But that validates Frank's garbage. That's what that does.
And it wasn't provided. There's no big deal for this. There's no points on his license as a result of nature. So it's a class 2 misdemeanor for action is just absolutely unnecessary. How old is he?
He's 19.
Oh, okay. So
We're just
he's an adult and he's got adult stuff. So can I talk to him, please? Did you happen to see the 35-mile-per-hour signs over there?
No, sir. I thought it was 45.
Okay. They're big. They're posted on the side of the road there in the
Traffic, and I was paying attention to the road.
Check your email, David.
I get it. Your first citation is criminal in nature, so it's a class 2 misdemeanor for driving while your license is suspended, revoked, or canceled. Your second one is a work zone speed violation with workers present. So there's workers present here in this construction zone. That's why it's here. And then fail to produce evidence of financial responsibility simply means that you didn't provide current proof of insurance as requested. And then
It's in your
I
spam
asked for it.
folder.
You just
Y'all, if you guys order my products that are digital that you print at home, they go into your spam folder. I'm really sorry. You guys are emailing me, a few of you, and telling me you didn't get your trifold that you bought you could print out at home, but that is in your spam folder right now. Please check. Your 5A cop card is in your spam folder.
okay. I asked you for it. You didn't provide it.
I was trying to find it. I don't know all
Okay.
my stuff. We have insurance. That's not true.
Okay, but the fact of the matter is
I was trying to look for it. He was pressing.
Because
But
our
I
computer
asked
doesn't
him.
show it.
It's okay. Yeah.
I asked him once.
Okay.
I don't have to ask a whole bunch of times. I simply asked for the information that's requested, and it wasn't provided. There's no big deal for this. There's no points on his license as a result of it. Because there's so many uninsured drivers in the state of Arizona, we make it very easy for us to take care of it. But we also document it when we see it. All you have to do is show that on today's date and time, that the citation was issued, that insurance was in place, and they dismiss the citation. There's no fine, and that's per state statute. And then the other thing is having improper material on your windows and or windshield. Obviously, having any sort of tint on your windshield is illegal. And when you drove by, I couldn't see. I had no idea how many people were in here because it was all black because it's illegally tinted.
It's illegally tinted?
There's no stipulation in Arizona state law for transfer of a vehicle. Fact of the matter is that there's material on the window. Every year, there's hundreds of people are struck or killed on the side of the road
Because of tinted windows. Is that what we're supposed to believe? What did he say right here?
Transfer of a vehicle. Fact of the matter is that there's material on the window. Every year, there's hundreds of people are struck or killed on the side of the road that are just working. I mean, they're just there, they're doing their job, they're working. And, when someone that disobeys all this signage goes through and does something stupid and changes someone's life.
Okay, that's a load of crap. Okay, and also I want, this is a PSY operation. When you get pulled over with a suspended license and then you tell the cop that you think he's a piece of trash, the cops arrest you. This is the Pinal County Sheriff's Department doing a PSYOPs on us. So let me read some names here real quick. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a giveaway right now. Check your email, everybody. I just sent off 20 emails just now to people who requested or purchased anything from my website. It was more like 17 people I gave for free. So that's fine though. So what I'll do is, so maybe we can get a couple more people in here. I'm going to give away the 5A cop card driver and non-driver cop card right now to the next 5 people who purchase anything from my website. I'm going to mail you in the mail. So in other words, if you buy the $9 printed home trifold, I'm going to send you the 5A cop card driver and non-driver card in the mail tomorrow on Monday. You got to go to deletelaws.com and go to the inquiry form if you want something for free. But this is for people who go to my website and purchase anything. The next 5 people, I'm going to send you a free 5. Who got my 5A cop cards that I sent out last week? I sent out, Selena, you got your trifold, right on. Selena Taylor, I think, is a relative or friend of Anthony Allegrini Jr. So if everybody would please, and then for the next 5 people who purchase anything from my website, it's working again. I'm going to mail you the 5A cop card tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll love you tomorrow. You're only a day away.
Well, hello there. Oh, you put your phone down. See your driver's license, please. She was aware that there was a no use of any sort of wireless communication device law in place. She just didn't feel like it was necessary to abide by that law.
Oh, you mean like 99% of everybody else, Frank?
Use of any sort of wireless communication device law in place.
So you create laws to make us criminals.
She just didn't feel like it was necessary to abide by that law. The no texting and driving and no talking on your phone and driving law that went into effect almost 2 years ago now is no, it is any manipulation of your phone in any way, manner, shape, or form. She's got 3 kids in the car as she's driving down the road.
Oh, so she's a danger. Frank can have a laptop in his lap, have a cell phone, be texting, be communicating on his radio, but she can't talk on the phone. This is absolute bullshit.
Totally distracted since we were driving next door with my driver's side window down and you here videoing. I appreciate you putting your phone down finally. See your driver's license, please.
What a condescending
So I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. And the reason I stopped you is because you were chit-chatting on your phone while you were driving down the road. And it's been illegal for years.
Really?
Yeah, like since 2020. It's every day, all day. And she had no idea that this was illegal. I mean, it's been on the news. The sheriff's put stuff out on all of our social media platforms. I don't know how people don't understand that you can't touch or manipulate your phone in any way while you're driving.
It's a PSYOPs operation, folks. It is a PSYOPs operation. Do you see what they're doing here? I'm so sorry. Let me go back.
Can't.
Listen to the PSYOPs. He's going to let everybody go. Everybody gets to be let go. And so the cops are good. But now listen carefully. This is a way to control the masses. Here's a pig telling you.
Oh, I don't know how people don't understand that you can't touch or manipulate your phone.
How don't you understand that? How don't you understand that Frank can be on his laptop, on the radio, and on his phone, but you can't film cops as you drive down the road? That's what they don't want. They don't want you filming cops as you drive down the road. They don't want you to be able to have a camera out. That's what they don't want. Make sure you have your dash cam.
In any way while you're driving.
In any way. You can't have your phone in your hand in any way while you're driving. It's a total psyops. It's a total.
71, passing all these cars. Get a good look. That guy right there. See your driver's license, please.
Yes, sir. Can I ask what you pull over for?
Absolutely. As soon as I see your driver's license, I will be very happy to tell you.
That's not how it works. If can you tell, first of all, what's your name and your badge number?
I'm sorry. I do this for a living. You don't. I tell you how this works. Let me see your driver's license, or I'm going to pull you out of your car and arrest you for failing to provide ID. This is a legal request. I don't want to hear any other words out of your mouth except here's my driver's license. Please.
Driver starts recording after he's already had the confrontation and the back and forth.
That's not how it works.
See your driver's license, please.
Yes, sir. Can I ask what you pull over for?
Absolutely. As soon as I see your driver's license, I will be very...
They've created so they don't have to tell you why they pulled you over, but you have to give them all your documents and break yourself first.
very happy to tell you.
That's not how it works. If can you tell, first of all, what's your name and your badge number?
I'm sorry. I do this for a living. You don't. I
Watch Frank's body language.
tell you how this works. Let me see your driver's license, or I'm going to pull you out of your car and arrest you.
Look at him wiggling and jiggling his body as though he's taking on somebody who's going to fight him. Frank, if you came up to me, bro, without your badge and gun, try that then, bro. Try it then. Drop the badge and gun and try to get cocky with me. I'd throw you on the ground in 2 seconds flat, buddy.
First of all, what's your name and your badge number?
I'm sorry. I do this for a living. You don't.
Watch his
I
body
tell
language.
you how this works.
Look at his body
Let
language.
Me see your driver's license.
Look at
or
him.
I'm going to pull you out of your car.
Look
and
at
arrest
him.
you for failing to provide
Look
ID.
at him. Look at his
This
body.
Is a legal request.
Look at his shoulders.
I don't
Look
want
at his
to hear
shoulders.
any
His
other
back.
words out of your mouth except
look at
here's
his,
my
look at his
driver's
shoulder.
license. Please.
Watch the twitching and popping and twitching and popping.
Can you say it again?
Absolutely. I need your driver's license so I know
Look at
who
the
you are.
twitching and
I am not
popping.
asking you. I am telling you. Give me your driver's license.
My name is...
I don't want your name. I want a physical ID as required by Arizona law.
I am asking you when I'm getting pulled over.
I will tell you as soon as I see your driver's license.
I will gladly give you my license.
Skip all that, y'all. Skip all that. Don't do that. When you get the trifold, I give you this nice fat ass broccoli wad rubber band. Your trifold, along with you did this because you learned it here. The moment the cop pulls you over, when he comes to your window, you got your camera in your left hand, you got your camera in the right hand, you got your left elbow in the windowsill, you got window slightly cracked. When the cop walks up, he doesn't even have to ask me. I don't care what he says. Here's my license, my registration, and my proof of insurance. I just give it to him. There you go, pig. There you go. Now, at that point, no matter what he says next, I don't give a damn what he says. I then, the exact same broccoli wad rubber band that I slid my license, registration, and proof of ID out of, I then slide that down no matter what he says, and I say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And it says right on the trifold at the bottom, everything I need to provide by law is in the slip below. You did everything right. Now, instead of Frank talking down to you and dominating you, you can dominate him. And you should, because he's a pig. He's a pig. If you follow the step-by-step of our rights, you can smack down pigs in person. You see me do it all the time. All the time. You're on the Pinal County TV Sheriff Show, whether you like it or not.
I get some identification of the reason why I'm getting pulled over. That's usually
All right. Well, I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit.
There is a script. For him to take control over you, he uses a script. Why don't you?
The reason I stopped you is you're traveling 71 miles an hour in a posted 45-mile-per-hour zone. We also see registration and current proof insurance, please.
Can I do some more?
Unless it's going to magically appear in your hands, you would have to, right?
What'd he just say?
1 miles an hour in a posted 45-mile-per-hour zone. We also see registration and current proof insurance, please.
Can I do some more?
Can I reach into my glove box? Why do you think that I went to the trouble of putting this in your envelope? It would be a lot easier for me. And by the way, people would still purchase my trifold, they would still buy it, then how come I did this? You would buy my trifold whether I included this rubber band or not, right? I mean, you would, right? You've heard the logic. You would put this, you would purchase this whether I had a rubber band in there or not. So then why do I do it? So that you don't have to reach into your glove box, so that I know for a fact I've done everything I can as a man to help you. I know you have a rubber band that's awesome. I don't care if you have a Mercedes XL 6000 GT 41B. I don't care what you have. I don't care if you have a Tesla 6000 super version super truck. I don't give a shit. This rubber band goes around your visor. This rubber band goes around your visor. Your license, registration, proof of insurance goes above your head. I never have to stop filming when I'm in touchdown position. I never have to stop filming. Right elbow is wedged on the seat, left elbow's in the windowsill. Why do you think I put the rubber band in the envelope? I don't have to. Where does it say that I sell a trifold and I got to include a rubber band? Why did I do it? Why did I order 10,000 of these? When you get pulled over, don't let the jackboot thug pig take control of you by you not following the Pac-Man ... Because if you do it right, you get a power pellet. You get to whack that cop. And that's what I want you to do. That's what I want to see you doing. I hate these pigs.
Unless it's going to magically appear in your hands, you would have to, right?
I only got one person. So far, I've only got one purchase. I'm giving away one 5A cop card so far. And that is going to go to Mitch. Mitch, you are the one person so far who is getting a 5A cop card from me for free. Mitch, that's going to be Mitch in, I'll tell you where Mitch is at. Mitch in Texas. Mitch in Texas. You got the 5A cop card for free, bro. Thanks for ordering something from my website. Got 4 more to give away.
All of your information still current, still living on Mesa?
Don't answer that.
All of your information still current, still living on Mesa?
Use the address on my ID right there. Use the address on my ID. Do not answer questions. You've already invoked your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I'll show you guys. I'll show you exactly how it's done.
I don't answer any questions.
Okay.
He didn't say I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, though. Salinas versus Texas says that you have to say it.
I had to get on my phone.
And now he has to get on his phone to get his insurance.
You're the one who decided that it needed to be recording, so you could also use it to provide current proof insurance.
Wow, man, I'm so glad I showed this video. You have to have your registration and your proof of insurance ready to go. Ready to go. Hey, Mills, it is not my job, dude. Let me listen. Mills, let me soften my tone here, okay? Y'all, all y'all watching, it is not my job to interact myself in your life. I've asked you 30 times to help me file a FOIA in Pennsylvania. I have a video called ChatGPT. Put delete laws, ChatGPT, where I teach you how to use ChatGPT to file your FOIA, to file your demand for body cam footage, to file your demand for return of property. I have a video. It is not my job to go to every single person who hits me up and do their paperwork. I created a video. I have received about 50 of these in the past couple days. I'm sorry, y'all. I have my own life. I'm doing my own thing. I have projects I'm doing. I'm involved in 3 different projects. Each one is a full-time job. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a social life. Nothing. All I do is work. It is not my job to file your FOIA. You put in delete laws, chat GPT in the search bar of YouTube. It's an hour-long video, and you file your FOIA. So I'm not putting my finger in your chest, Mills. I've just received so many of these. I can't do everything for everybody. When I email you all of my products for free, I can't mail you free products. I'm just one person here. Come on now. Mills, you can ask me 40 more times. The answer is no. Do it yourself. Straight up. I mean, I can't be any more honest. Do it yourself. I created a 3-hour video that an editor cut down to an hour called Delete Laws Chat GPT, File Your FOIA. As a matter of fact, just so you know, John Felax, who we're doing a fundraiser for on Tuesday night, 6 p.m. right here on this channel, fundraiser, bring your $20. I got to raise $1,000 for this guy. John Felax, the other day in Kirby, Texas, used my Chat GPT video, and they hammered Kirby, Texas with FOIAs and all kinds of stuff. They took over the entire city council meeting using the video I created called Delete Laws, Chat GPT, How to File Your FOIA. That video took me 2 days of research. Mr. Mills, please. Y'all, please. Come on now. I'm just one person. I can't do every... Mr. Mills, I could just show you my email. I have hundreds of emails from people. It starts off with, Chille, help me. God, I wish I could, bro. I can't. I have to get off here and finish the video for Press with Rancor, who's being wrongfully prosecuted for a felony by a corrupt attorney in Delta County named Lauren Wickman, by corrupt pigs named Todd Tardif and a corrupt pig named Rob Lamarche, who've been colluding with prosecutors to take out their political opponents and any First Amendment auditors on the peninsula. I have to do real work. If you can't figure out how to file your FOIA, I made a video for you, brother. I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear. You know, James has got it. I'm just one man. Please don't ask me to do all your stuff for you when I created videos to show you how to do it. I mean, just so you know, John Felax, who's a huge, longtime auditor, he called me the other day and said, Chille, I used your video and I hammered them in Kirby, Texas. You can do the same thing. All right. I just want to be clear on that. Stop asking me to do your stuff for you when I create videos and teach you how to do it.
Who wants me to update?
Right on, Anthony. I got you,
We're
buddy.
required to provide it in a amount of time that would be...
Right, it's coming up right now.
Okay.
Just give me 15 seconds.
Not you, Mr. Mills. It's the inundation of people asking me to do things for them. I just can't.
So while I'm sitting here and I am a public servant, is there any other questions I can answer for you? Reference our contact. Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, you could sue them, Anthony. I'll talk to you about that. Anthony P in Los Angeles. Yeah, I'll shoot you an email after this. I can give you some information on that.
All right. Well, you keep working on that. There's no reason to be confrontational like that. There was no part of my contact with him was confrontational. Super simple and cordial. And he just, for some reason,
bro,
just can't seem to understand.
We don't respect you. Don't you get that?
There's a sequence of events that transpires here in Pinal County.
No, dude.
If he doesn't like that, maybe he needs to move back to Mesa. As soon as he recorded me and I asked him, hey, I need your driver's license. He's like, I'd be happy to give it to you. But before that, when he wasn't recording me, he absolutely wouldn't.
I got you, Danny.
So it's
coming in the email right now for you,
that's
bro.
why you can't believe everything that you see online, is because there was that whole entire contact that happened, and then he starts to record, and all of a sudden he's just the nicest guy, and I'm this big mean guy.
Oh, Danny, you're
I would imagine he will interpret the fact that he's getting.
Danny, your 5A cop card ships tomorrow. Danny sent me a WordPress inquiry. You're one of the winners. You got the 5A cop card coming in the mail tomorrow, bro.
A ticket as a result of his terrible
attitude, when really it's just the fact that he is just violating Arizona motor vehicle law. So in case you're wondering what 71 miles an hour at 1,065 feet looks like on a laser, that's what it is. And that was his speed.
Listen to the music.
So after I locked him in on this, I watched him drive past me, never lost sight of him, pulled in right behind him. So I'm sure this is the type of guy that wants to find some sort of
John, resend me that another time when I'm not
something
slammed.
to fight in this.
All right, kind sir. Have a contact phone number for you with an area code first, please. Sure, absolutely. Okay. Well, all the
supervisor.
No, you can contact one by phone.
But if I'm requesting a supervisor, you denying?
I can give you the contact phone number for the sheriff's office. Absolutely. It's area code 520-866-5912.
5912?
Yep.
Do you normally, just a couple questions for you, do you normally threaten to put people out of the car just for them asking why they got pulled over?
100% when they refuse to provide identification like you did.
But isn't that a secondary offense? Arizona's not a stop and ID state. Like I asked you why I was being pulled
That's
over.
correct.
And you didn't want to tell me until I use it as a predecessor.
That's correct, because I need to know who I'm talking to first.
Hold on a second. Per civil rights and laws,
Okay.
and unless I am being arrested, or unless I'm being
failing to provide evidence of identity is a criminal
no,
offense.
it's a secondary offense.
Doesn't matter.
It is.
It's an
It doesn't.
offense.
It doesn't. Officer Stoop, if you will let me speak, and then I'll let you speak. Is that all right?
No.
You don't want to let me speak.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not here for a back and forth.
Wow. You don't want to have a back and forth with him. You want to invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Well,
This
why
isn't
not?
I
If
talk
it's
and
a
you
civil
talk.
conversation, you can't
It is, absolutely it is.
normally, per the civil rights,
He doesn't understand that we don't respect being pulled over. We don't want to be pulled over unless we're an absolute danger to somebody else or to ourselves. Doing over the speed limit does not make you an absolute danger. And it's not a criminal offense. And the pigs have made it criminal with your Republicans and Democrats. That's why I'm voting third party.
It has nothing to do with civil rights.
Per the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, which you hold an oath to uphold, I know it's very, very disappointing because I like to follow the rules too. Obviously, I got caught breaking. However,
he just admitted to speeding.
You like to follow rules except for speed limits that you don't like to follow.
It's objective or subjective. That's the cursor. Okay, so if
if we want to play word games, we can play word games here.
Listen, I'm an activist and an auditor. What I do isn't easy. You're not qualified to do what I do, or what Chuck Bronson does, or what News Now Ninja does, or you're not qualified. Your job is to shut the front door and invoke your Fifth Amendment right, bro.
Yeah, you can play word games as long as you want.
Absolutely.
Don't play word games. If you invoke your Fifth Amendment right, you can dominate him. It's bugging me so bad. This is bugging me so bad. Let me show you. Okay? Here's how you dominate a pig by using the trifold and invoking your Fifth Amendment right. Okay? You see how relaxed I am? I'm so relaxed that I'm yawning and there's a cop behind me with emergency lights. That guy was fumbling over his own words. You don't fumble over your words because you invoke the Fifth Amendment. Yawn. I'm bored. Pigs are boring. Cop's behind me with his emergency lights on. I'm driving another mile till I get to an exit. Another yawn. That's how relaxed I am when the pigs involve themselves with me. Are you that relaxed? I bet you're not. Your job is to shut the front door and invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's your job.
Turn left onto Lakeview Drive.
Check your email, everybody. I just sent off a bunch of free stuff, and a few people purchased things. I got 2 winners. I still have 3 more. I have 3 more 5A cop cards to give out for the next 3 orders. Danny, yours is coming. Hold tight, buddy. Larissa, you won. Larissa, I'm sending you a 5A cop card tomorrow. I got Anthony. I got Mitch, and I got Larissa. I got 2 more to give away.
Proceed to the room. Hi, I'm Corporal Wayne with the Ozaukee County Sheriff's Office.
I don't care what he says. I have a protocol, process, and procedures that I use to ensure my safety and uphold my rights.
The reason I pulled you over is you don't have any tail lights on. Is there any reason you did not pull over when I activated my lights?
He asked me a question. What do I have to do by law? I have to give him my license, my registration, and proof of insurance. There's no law that says I have to answer his questions. As a matter of fact, there's the opposite, the Fifth Amendment.
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
Immediately. And I'm an activist.
471137.
Here's my license, my registration, and my proof of insurance.
Do you see how slow, and look at the policy, procedures, and protocols that I'm following? Look how slow I'm moving.
Here's my license, my registration, and my proof of insurance. Here's the insurance. Here's the rental car agreement. And my driver's license is right here.
I don't even look at him.
License?
Well, didn't I just say it's right here?
Yeah.
Driver's license is right here.
I don't have my laminated slip because I was in Wisconsin at this time, and my laminated slip is in my car back in Los Angeles.
Where's your driver's license?
My license is in my slip in my phone.
Well, didn't I just say it's right here?
Yeah.
Well, didn't I just tell you it's right here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because I'm already in charge of him. I've already invoked my Fifth Amendment right. He can't ask me any more questions. So I've crippled his process. I have diminished his process. His process is to pepper me with 100 questions. I'm not going to allow that. So he's already off kilter. Now I'm the man and I'm in charge.
How you do?
Where's your driver's license?
Well, didn't I just say it's right here?
Yeah.
Let's see how you do. Let's see how you do, Waylon.
Let's see how you do, Waylon.
Is this your current address on Santa Monica Boulevard in California?
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
The second question, after I've already invoked my Fifth Amendment right, that's the second question. You don't get to ask me questions after I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, pig. You don't get to ask me any questions, bro. And I'm going to check your ass now because I followed a set of policies, procedures, and protocols.
Current address on Santa Monica Boulevard in California?
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
Okay.
If you ask me another question, you're violating my rights, and I'll file a lawsuit against you. Write your ticket, do what you're going to do, but don't harass me any further. You have every relevant information you need. Go do your job, or I'll sue you. Get the hell out of my face. There's everything you need. Go on. Go do your job.
I would like to give you your insurance card back.
I'll take it.
I don't even look at him.
And I will give you that rental agreement back.
There you go. Where's my license?
I'm going to have your license for now.
I'm sure you're going to put it in your pocket because that's how you guys behave. But I just get my license back. It'd be great. I need to go about my way.
Okay.
I'm in charge now because he can't do anything. There's nothing he can do to me now.
So I missed it earlier. I went live right when he pulled me over. And of course, I immediately pled the Fifth Amendment. I didn't wait a second. He said my taillights weren't on, which I don't know if that's true or not, but he said the taillights weren't on the car. I don't know if I believe him. I'd like to see that. I put the Fifth Amendment right in his face. I went live, but the video was listed as unlisted. So I wish you guys could have seen that beginning part, but I had it right there. I put it right in his mug. He tried to get me to answer questions. He tried to, you guys will see it when I air it. He was trying to get me to answer, they always try, is the address on your license your current address? Well, immediately, again, I said, here it is. I said, that's your second time you've asked me a question.
Mr. Mitz.
If there's a third time, you're going to get sued by me. Don't ask me questions. I don't know if my taillights are out or not.
They're not.
I've got my other camera running just in case. So look, the moment the copper pulled me over, I started running camera. There was no delay.
Listen, Anthony, if you want to come back around later, that's fine, but let's not wait on your stuff, dude. I'm going to send it to you now. You want to donate later or buy something later, that's cool, dude, but I'm going to send it to you now.
My taillights went off. I'd like to see that on the camera. I'm in Michigan. I'm almost through, I'm almost Green Bay.
I was actually in Wisconsin.
Around Green Bay. Put my other shoe on.
Now I want to point something out here. I've already taken control of this meeting. I've already dominated him. I'm the boss now.
He says my taillights were out. The guy told me my taillights were out, so I want to get out and see if my taillights are out. I don't believe him. Of course, I don't think it's true. My taillights are not out.
TT sent me an email and asked me if I could help for them being attacked. TT, do you have a video of that?
You guys know I had everything ready to go right there. I had everything in my trifold ready to go. I pled the Fifth Amendment. I said to him, I said, let's see how you're going to do. And then I said, why are your taillights out? I pled the Fifth Amendment immediately. And then he was like, okay. And I said, here's my license, my registration, my proof of insurance. And then he said, is the address on your driver's license your current address? And again, I took the Fifth Amendment and I said, I plead the Fifth Amendment. And then he took my license like a jackboot thug pig and stuck it in his pocket. I want to see his dash cam. I want to see if my tail lights were out. My tail lights were out. I'm in a rental car. How are my tail lights out? He got worked.
You're welcome, Art. God bless you.
You know, I don't have my plastic laminated slip because I'm traveling. So I have that in my car. And so what I did was I gave him my license, and then he took my license and he put it in his pocket. And I said, just like a jackboot thug pig, put my license in your pocket. Exactly. I couldn't help it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, I said, can I get my license back? You want to see something really funny?
I was going to pull the car forward.
I can't do it. I want to put the car in drive and pull up about 2 feet, but I can't.
That would be a bad example.
I can't do it just because there's too many people watching. I don't want you guys to put your car in drive and pull up 3 feet. That's not what I want to see you do.
Henry, thanks for offering. Henry, all of my PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App are at the bottom of my videos. If you want to come back around later, thanks. But for now, just get that stuff printed out and get it in your car.
And I mean, look at how they treat you. They overwhelm your car with light, and I didn't think anybody'd be up. What time is it? 2 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. So I guess it's midnight over there. Midnight or 10 p.m. on the West Coast. Two cops.
Check your email, everybody.
You guys.
Okay. So now I want to point something out here. All right. I want to point something out here. I take on cops. I do it all the time. I go to police stations, jails, prisons. I take them on when they're all huffed up trying to attack people. I take on cops. You don't. Now, the reason why I get out of the car here is because another cop car is pulled up and another cop got out of the car when my taillights were on and I knew they were. So it was a bullshit stop. I don't want you to get out of the car as you're seeing me do. I'm a professional. I literally make and sell products of how to deal with cops. This is all I do. So please, if you're watching this right now and you're like, oh, Chille jumped out of the car and confronted the cops, I'm advising you not to do what I do. Someone wrote me yesterday and said, hey, Chille, it's not cool to say, do as I say, don't do as I do. Well, the flip side of that is you get shot. You're not going to be smooth with your words when you jump out. I take on cops week in and week out. Do you? I can't do your job. You think I can go to Collier's or Sears or Fred Meyer or Safeway or Vons or Albertsons or Nike? I can't do your job. I can't raise your children. I'm not as good as dad as you are. I can't do the mothering that you do. Please don't do what I do. Listen to the things I teach you. Now, I'm going to pop out of this car because I'm already in charge of this situation. I took charge of the situation by following a strict set of protocols, policies, and procedures that I have put in place for myself to make sure that these pigs are not in charge of me. I'm their boss. They're not mine.
What ups?
So I see another cop come up. I already dominated this beta male.
2 cops.
And now the stick that I use, I have created my set of verbiage that works for me. First Amendment protection activity, agency, he should have his. Leroy Smith investigates, he should have his. News Now Ninja, he should have his. Listen to my stick.
You guys, what's going on here? No, I'm detained right here. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I travel the country suing police. So give me back my license and let me go. Or
do you hear how smooth my shtick is?
You guys, what's going on here? No.
He demands me around. Get back in your car right now, and I'm going to take control over him because he's stupid.
I'm detained right here. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I travel the country suing police. So give me back my license and let me go, or give me a ticket. Then give me your ticket, but you don't need another cop here. I need you to do your job and let me go. I have some, hey, eat my shorts. I'm coming to a safe place. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to take your ass to court. Now write your ticket. I got to go. I got to catch a plane. I'm not going anywhere, jackboot thug pig. I don't give a damn. I don't know who you are. You got the gun. Get in the car and do your freaking job. I got to go. I got to catch a plane. This is the treatment you get. You joined that, jackboot thug pig. You joined it. You joined that disgusting organization. That's what you did, you piece of shit. You're a piece of garbage, bro. You're the tyranny. I'm a freedom fighter. Thousands of people love me. You know why? Because you're the enemy. You're the enemy of freedom. You're the enemy of liberty. Pulls me over for my, I want to see the camera where my taillights were out. I want to see that. No, I want to sue him. I want to put his hands on me so I can sue him, and I'll go after his badge. That's what I really want to do. You joined an evil thing, bro. Quit now. You're young enough. You can quit now. I don't fight anybody. What are you talking about? Nonviolent pacifist. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. What? I try to sue as many cops as I possibly can. Yes. Because you joined an evil organization. Is that your job? Yeah, this is all I do. I'm up here right now helping another guy. No, I'm just an activist. But how come it is, why am I celebrated and you're demonized? Why is that? Because the policies and procedures, no, dude, the policies and procedures you signed up to do are disgusting. This jackboot thug pig would put me in handcuffs in 2 seconds flat.
I don't know what that means, Jack.
A jackboot thug pig? Do you have torture cuffs on your belt?
I have handcuffs.
Right. So those are torture cuffs. Let me put them on you for 5 minutes. I'll give you $1,000 for 5 minutes. I'll give you $1,000.
Of course not.
Quit now, dude.
Of course not. They could. Deputy Ruteller, he could never be put in the torture cuffs for 5 minutes, super hard, cop style.
You're 20 years younger than me. Quit. This fucking sucks. And excuse my language, people. You know this sucks. You're a wrestler. Dude, high school and college. Dude, listen, this job sucks. This job, unless you're a jackboot, bullshit, dude. Oh, no. You don't get a pass. Those are torture.
You don't get a pass.
You want me to explain the citation to you or no?
I'm not done dominating this pig.
All right. So right here.
Just save your bullshit.
November 8th.
Save your bullshit.
You're not required to appear.
Get out.
Okay.
Do I need to sign it?
Right.
Go on. Go on, dude. I want to see your. I'm going to FOIA your body cam, and I'm going to find out if my tail lights were out in a rent-a-car.
Okay.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying. I think you're lying. Your name's what? Corporal
Whalen.
Corporal Whalen. Your name's Mr. Whalen. You're a peace officer, a domestic peace officer. You are not a corporal. You are not in the military. You should never go by corporal, because that makes you have an allegiance to the person above you and the person below you. And it makes you fear the person above you and below you. And you have to take orders instead of upholding my rights. Like giving me a ticket for no taillights.
Luckily, I let you up about a mile and a half.
I let you up.
So there's going to be a mile and a half of me driving behind you without your tail lights.
Did I not stick my thumb out the window and say, hey, I'm pulling over here? Did you not see this thumbs up? I'm pulling over. Did you not see that?
Say where the traffic stops.
No, you don't. It's my freedom, jackboot. Okay. You serve me. You serve me. You serve me. I gave you a thumbs up. Yeah, then go on. Go on. Quit now, dude. Job sucks. You're supposed to serve me. Instead, you gave me a ticket for nothing. Looks like the taillights are on. No taillights, huh? What's that? No taillights? How's there no taillights? Looks like there's taillights right there to me. That's what it looks like. Jackboot thug pig. I can't wait for you guys to see the beginning of that. Oof, freezing.
What do you want?
Okay, so earlier Mr. Mills was in here. Mr. Mills, I'm a aggressive person. I am naturally disagreeable, and I am naturally coarse. I'm a very nice person. However, I stand up for myself. I'm not afraid to say no, and I'm naturally disagreeable. If you listen to Jordan Peterson, he'll explain to you on the spectrum of people, there's people who are disagreeable, intrinsic minority, and there's people who are agreeable. There's a scale in between. I would be more back here as to a disagreeable person. I don't agree. You don't just sell me something like, I don't know, get this put in your arm in 2020. No, I'm not going to. You're telling me I have to put something in my arm in 2020. I'm not doing it. Still haven't done it. Won't do it. I already had that thing. I already had it and it passed in January of 2021. I'm not just. So earlier today, I had a discussion with Mr. Mills, who I've been in touch with on email. Love you, Mr. Mills. I just sent you everything I sell for free. You guys, listen, during this live stream, you got to hurry. Go to my website, purchase one thing. I'll give you everything else I sell for free. Go to deletelaws.com and get one thing from my site, and I will email you everything I sell for free. Love you too, Shaniqua. So earlier I said that I made a video. I just put it down in the chat. And I said that I taught everybody, and it took me a couple of days of research, and it did take a couple of days of research with my friend Chuck. And
what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? Everybody, do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Oh, today, do things. Break, just watch it. And then I'm going to show you the application of. I was a cop yesterday, so I'm still talking with my hands like this, like the cops do. They want to make sure that you know that they're talking with their hands out here. Their hands are. The first couple minutes of this is a little draggy. The first couple minutes of this is a little slower than I want it to be.
But if you want to learn how to file a FOIA, or a demand for return of property, or to get body cam footage, I'm literally teaching you right here how to file those things using ChatGPT. It may be an hour-long video, but you getting the body cam footage or you filing that FOIA is going to be amazing.
The goal doesn't happen in this video until about the 6th or 7th minute. Maybe a little less. I can't remember the exact timestamp, but I've gone over this video with a few people already. I've already gone through this tutorial privately with people. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for you right now. I'm going to teach you stuff that is going to be such a takeaway for you. And I'm not teaching it. I'm just showing you how to use it. He shows you one thing, and then there's other stuff that I've learned from people in this audience now. Thank you for your help, brother. That I'm going to teach you even further than this video. You're going to love this. If you ever have to correspond with the government, or even if you have to do a business email, you are going to have your life changed right now. This is absolutely incredible what I'm going to show you right now. It truly, truly is incredible. This is a total life changer, game changer. Previously, I was using ChatGPT as Google, who was on the Supreme Court during the Dred Scott holding. And then they list them, and then I say, were any of these people associated with white supremacy? And then I get their names. And so then the research begins as though you're using it for Google. But it works so much better than Google when you actually learn how to do what is called prompt engineering. So this is from.
Okay, I don't want to show the whole video, but I want to show you guys, and I'll pop the link down in here. This is the ChatGPT FOIA and body cam vid. I think I made a typo there. I did. I put FUA. I put FUA in the comment section. But you want to save that video to file for any demand of return of property, FOIA, body cam footage, anything that you're going to do where you request with the government. And ChatGPT often has the information already inside of it. ChatGPT is not that good for constitutional law research. I know far more than ChatGPT when it comes to understanding texture of the culture of the time in 1871. I know far more than it's really disheartening when I've tried to use ChatGPT to finish up Constitutional Law Scholar on my wall right here. However, I just want to show you guys that there is a way that you can file your that you can file your FOIAs and all that stuff. All right, let's go back to Frank. Because I want to
know your top speed.
Okay, so we're coming back to Frank Sloop here. You guys, listen, go to my website right now. Get your trifold, get your 5A cop card, get the ebook, get anything. I don't care what you get. If you need it for free, I'll give it to you for free. If you can purchase one thing, awesome, thanks. Doesn't matter to me. People keep sending me emails and saying, hey, I'm going to donate to you later. Great. When it comes through, I'll give you a big heart on that and I'll say thank you. But it is not necessary. I'll give you my stuff for free because that's my role in life. I am the shepherd, and my job is to help you. Just like I made that ChatGPT video for people. You have to follow the yellow brick road, or you're going to get messed up by the system. You have to have someone to guide you. I wouldn't be able to do this if I haven't gone to jail lots and lots of times. So and I say these things, and then guys like Dan Foster are hilarious. He said, I need a blender. Okay, so someone said, Jeff Hates Pig said, can't get enough of Frank Sloop. I'll be sure to send you that blender.
It was on radar. You know what your top speed was on radar?
I'm gonna say, I don't want to jinx myself.
I don't think jinxing is the right word. The reason I stopped you is because you're driving and texting at the same time, and you can't be doing that.
Oh no, I was watching my daughter, sorry.
You also can't do that.
Running license and what?
Registration and insurance also, please. So you're FaceTiming while you're driving down the road.
Larissa. Check your email, Larissa.
So he didn't even stop FaceTiming with his kids on the phone because it's still going on in there in the background while I'm talking to him, and there's kids screaming. And
what's the crime, though? The crime is the cellular apparatus he's using. He didn't hit anybody. Everybody's using their phone. Everybody's FaceTiming. Everybody's Instagramming. Everybody's on Facebook. Everybody's using their phone when they drive. You're not going to stop it. It's just ridiculous. They just get to target us because we use our phone. It's not getting any better. People still use their phones when they drive. It's stupid to think they're going to stop.
So your driver's license. Well, let's see. You're not wearing your seatbelt. You're at a criminal amount of speed in a school zone. There
it is. You're at a criminal amount of speed, and it's always criminal, isn't it? And look at the title of this, Fridays with Frank, Have a Heart. This is a PSYOPs operation.
Go to the bathroom.
Everyone says, let me see your driver's license. So I'm Deputy Slope. I work for the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit. The reason I stopped you is 73 miles an hour in a posted 45 mile per hour zone. It's still flashing on my radar. It's 73.
Sir, I have to really go to the bathroom.
I understand that. However, there's a whole bunch of places just up there. See our registration, curb proof insurance, please. And is that delicious food there?
Half of it.
Nope. I'm just saying, whenever you stop to get that, probably could have used the bathroom there.
Just now, sir.
Okay.
It's Christmas time, please.
Let me tell you something I hate. Is before I even get to the window, you start asking me for a warning for what you obviously know that you did wrong. And every excuse, almost 30 miles an hour over the speed limit, and then immediately ask me for a break. No. The last time that you were cited by another member of the Pinal County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit by Deputy Diener, also for speed. So obviously speeding is something that you do.
But sometimes they have a heart, it's over Christmas time.
I didn't.
A lot of people have a lot of, money they have to spend on their kids and stuff.
I absolutely understand that.
You know what I mean? It's like just every once in a while you can just be like, you know what, man? Don't ever let me catch you again. You know what I mean? And I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even, a chance. That's all I'm asking. Like once in a blue moon, just have a heart. It's Christmas time.
That right there is all of yours?
Anything else?
No, sir. I can finish explaining this, but you seem like you don't want to hear it. So, all right. Make sure you put your seatbelt on. Drive safely.
Alex, your email address is wrong. I tried to send you everything I sell for free. ALLEGS. Alex, your email address is wrong. Please resend me another email.
Any reason why you're blowing past me there?
I'm not even going to argue, sir. I know that it was my fault.
Shut the front door. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right. Don't say anything. Do it nicely. Do it politely.
So
I appreciate that. So, refreshing. I appreciate you taking responsibility for saying, hey, look, I passed you. I was speeding. I don't have an excuse. So, the sheriff's office is going to give you a warning tonight.
There's your PSYOPs operation. If you just admit that you've done wrong, then they're probably going to let you off. I watched this guy's videos last night. It is a PSYOPs operation. It is a PSYOPs operation.
Try to keep your driving record clean, but slow down, okay? Thank you also for your seatbelt. Drive safe.
This is the production by Mark Lamb, so they can change the image of the Pinal County Sheriff pigs. It won't work. We don't buy it. The smart people, we don't buy it, and that's and that's most of us. So I'm going to jump into this in the middle here because it doesn't get going until about 5 minutes. But about 5 minutes into this gets pretty hairy, and she really blows it by her talking again.
Appreciate it.
Right. That's a grown woman that you can talk to.
Well, if you don't, it's fine. If you don't have your ID, that's fine.
Then NB's sister, who was later identified as Nia Dowell Willis, arrives in her car to pick the four up.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hello, I'm trying to call my sister.
Yeah, they're all right there.
Okay.
All right, real quick, do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
what?
Was there like a fight? So the reason we're here today is apparently there might have been like some verbal altercation between some possible friends or family.
So watch this. She pulls up to pick people up. She just pulled up to pick people up.
All right, real quick, do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
Why does she have to give ID to pick anybody up?
That is Nia Dowell Willis, arrives in her car to pick the four up.
Hey there, how's it going?
Hello, I'm trying to call my sister.
Yeah, they're all right there.
Okay.
All right, real quick, do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
what?
Was there like a fight? So the reason we're here today is apparently there might have been like some verbal altercation between some possible friends.
That doesn't mean that she has to give her ID when she drives up.
Or family members or something like that. No, that's why we're here, just to make sure everything's okay. Do you have an ID on you?
She doesn't have to give ID. You're already there to make sure everything's okay. You don't have to give that jackboot thug pig your ID. Obviously, she does not have the Fifth Amendment cop card on her. Number 4 on the Fifth Amendment cop card, right here. She's a non-driver because she's not driving when he pulls her over. Cop demands ID and says he has reasonable articulable suspicion. What Raz did he just mention? There was a fight or something here earlier, so now I need your ID. He's saying he has reasonable articulable suspicion. While filming, you say, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No ID required. Here's the law, piggy. Hibble versus Nevada. Even if you have reasonable articulable suspicion, citizen must state how they ID. I identify as good citizen. It's in the yellow. Do not give ID without probable cause. It's on your Fifth Amendment cop card. It's right there. This girl.
Or something like that. No, that's why we're here, just to make sure everything's okay.
Okay, so if you're making sure everything's okay, you don't get to violate my Fourth Amendment right of illegal seizure of my identification.
Do you have an ID on you, just so make sure?
No, I don't. Okay. I'm her sister, and I'm just trying to get her out of here, and I don't do police, so I don't want to be extra. So just
no, that's fine.
You hear what she said right there? Listen, she's just there to pick up her sister. She don't like police, so she don't want to be extra.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you, just so make sure?
No, I don't. Okay. I'm her sister, and I'm just trying to get her out of here, and I don't do police, so I don't want to be extra. So just
no, that's fine. I'll get you out of here. Okay. What's a good last name for you, ma'am?
Why do you need my name to come and pick up my sister? I don't understand.
Because
she does not. You do not.
Why do you need my name to come and pick up my sister? I don't understand.
Because now I'm having an interaction with you. That was a possible fight.
Right,
okay?
but you don't need my name to come and get my sister. No, you don't. That's no, you don't need my name.
All I do is
come on, man. Y'all need to come on because I don't got time for all this.
Hold on.
My kids is in the car and I'm fixing
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna get you out of here in a few minutes. All I need is your name, and that's really about it.
Send me that video, Selena.
Ma'am, we're not doing this.
She does not. This is bullshit. She doesn't have to give ID for picking somebody up.
And that's really about it, okay? Ma'am, we're not doing this.
Come around. No, you don't need to follow me.
Hold on. Just hold on.
No, you're violating her rights, prick. She's a free American. She doesn't have to answer to you. There's no probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion. There's neither one.
I'm holding on. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes sitting here looking for them. I don't need nothing. I'm just gonna come out and go around. It don't matter.
As the deputy continues to try to get information from Naya, she declines. As the deputy persists, she gives him a fake name, Tiffany Willis.
Okay, Tiffany.
Yep.
Hold on.
Okay, you can let me in my car. My kids is in here. Come on, man.
Okay.
For real.
Do not leave. 84 copy of plate.
Then tension grows after the four are let out of the gate.
84 white Nissan Altima.
Don't touch my sister. Oh my God.
What is you taking my place for?
You don't need to do none of that shit.
Can I just get your ID?
For what?
Because I'm having an interaction with you.
I don't have it. I don't have
I'm
it.
having an interaction.
I don't have it.
Okay.
You don't have to give your ID because the cop decides to have an interaction with you. This is totally unconstitutional. This is insane.
I just said my name. So what's next?
Okay. All I got to get your name. Make sure.
Tiffany Willis. Tiffany Tiffiny Willis. WILLIS.
What's your first name?
I just said Tiffany.
Tiffany.
You see what happens when you start talking to pigs? Do you see what happens? The cop says to you, hey, let me get some ID. I'm on an incident here. I plead the Fifth Amendment, my right to remain silent. Is there probable cause? Is there a reasonable articulable suspicion? The cop is violating her rights. But she engaged with him, and now it's her fault for engaging. She should know better.
What's your middle initial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it, right?
What's your date of birth, ma'am?
Why? Now you just said you need my name. Why do you need all of that? I'm trying to get my kids are in the car.
I'm confused on why you need to write all this shit down.
He's being a pig, and you're allowing him by talking to him.
Information. You already told me they had an altercation. That's fine. I understand all of that, but I'm trying to get my kids home.
Okay.
And we never had no altercation.
Okay, hold on.
Skokin, check your email. Mr. Skokin, check your email.
You don't need to grab my door.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna pull
We're not
on you.
leaving
You
yet.
don't need to. Okay.
We're not
You don't
leaving
need to
right
grab
now.
my door.
What do you mean we're not leaving right now? She hasn't been pulled over.
We're not leaving right now.
This whole thing, I didn't want to show this because I knew it was going to piss me off, but this whole thing is unconstitutional, every bit of it.
In the car. I need to keep them warm, bro. Come on, man. I don't wanna, bro.
Hold on. Hold on. Yes, okay.
Extra. What you need my name for? You taking my place? Like, come on
Before
now.
everyone leaves, I'll talk to you over there, okay? How does that sound? Okay. Okay. All right, hold on.
Okay, can I close my door? My car is at park. You see my hands. Can I close my door? I'm
Yes,
cold.
okay.
My kids are in here.
Can I talk to either you
I'm talking to
or the
I'm
one in
talking
the
to
red
you, but I'm
outside?
trying to get the fuck out of here. I don't do police. I just said that.
Okay, I understand it. Look,
Mr. Sears, check your
we're not
email.
gonna get in trouble, okay? That's not where
I know
we're
I'm not
here
gonna
right
get in
now.
trouble. I didn't
That
do
is why you're there.
All right. Ma'am, can I just talk to you outside over there? Is that
For what? No, you say no. I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right. No, you can't talk to me. Am I being detained or am I free to go? If he says you're being detained, under what crime?
okay?
Oh my God! Now you need to talk to her. Like,
Okay.
man, come on! I don't have time. Put him in the back, bro.
And you wonder why people hate cops.
What's the back, Nazi? So
I gotta talk to her
Put a 1 in the chat if you can't stand these jackboot thug pigs.
now. Then that's it. All right. Can I just talk to you over there? Okay, let's go over there.
The deputy then speaks to one of the women who seemingly is cooperating with the investigation. She tells the officer about the events that happened prior, that the altercation was really a verbal fight between each other.
So we just argued, we didn't fight, we didn't know, we argued, okay, they told us to leave, we left, we went out here, we sat out here, what we had to do outside of here don't have nothing to do in here because we was not on the premises no more. We sat out there, we waited for our ride here, we just ready to go and get it over with. We're not trying to make it no deeper than what it is, we're not trying to nothing. We didn't really disturb them because when they told us to leave, we genuinely, we left.
Okay.
And we walked over there. That's when all the police started coming. We had already left, and we was literally sitting outside. We was sitting outside here the whole time.
You guys, it was a family verbal altercation.
Yeah.
Why are you talking to him?
Yeah, it wasn't nothing with no other people outside of us. We wasn't arguing with other people. It was all within us. We had a little altercation, a little argument within us. They told us that they was closing the inside, so sit outside. We sat outside. After a little bit outside, they said, okay, we want y'all to go. We sat outside, all right here, now we just ready to go.
Okay. All right, so the verbal, so just so I understand what was going on, it was just a verbal altercation between, I guess, family.
We didn't have no outsiders. We didn't fight. It was just arguing words back and forth, and then we left when they told us to leave.
Okay. So was anyone injured during this?
No.
Is anyone in medical attention?
Anybody look injured? Like, this is crazy.
No, we good. Everybody.
And then y'all bringing extra police over here for what? So let you taking my place.
Well, get you guys. See, there's a kid in there. I'm gonna get you guys. I understand.
You have held them up and you're talking like you're being nice. Hey, I understand. I'm just trying to help.
Okay, I'm going to look.
You trying to get so bad.
I'm sorry this happened to you. Go ahead.
And what I mean, just tell me real quick, what's the greater good here? Because we need peace officers to uphold people's rights. What's the greater good happening here? What's the benefit of hemming up this woman with her kids and trying to pick up her sister or her daughter? What's the benefit? I mean, I'm just wondering, can you guys educate me? What good is this pig doing right here? Zero. And she didn't have a trifold in her visor. She didn't advise her Fifth Amendment right. She walked up and she saw a cop. She didn't walk up with the trifold in her hand. And he says something to her. She says, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Well, let me talk to you. I just told you I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, and it's on camera. That's how you do it. That's the way you do it. And she didn't do it. But what's the greater good he's doing? He's just harassing people so that they can arrest more people to feed the criminal injustice industry. They need bodies in the dungeon. They need your skin in the dungeon so morons can guard your skin. More and more women in America are being arrested. It's the fastest rising prison population are black women.
Yeah, I'm speaking to them. Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, we can close the door.
They're building women's prisons.
I want to make sure the blanket doesn't get caught, okay?
Oh, you're such a nice guy, pig. You're such a nice guy, jackboot.
Okay.
Check your email. I just sent off another couple emails to people. Anybody who ordered anything, check your email. I sent you everything I sell for free.
All right. So no one needs medical attention?
No.
Okay, was anyone physically assaulted at all?
No, we just argued, and then I guess they would send us like they closing up, so they wanted to like.
He's already asked these questions. They already answered them. He's asking twice to see if there's any discrepancies between the two stories so that he can arrest someone, impound their car, steal their money, and take them to jail.
Wait outside for a ride, and that's what we did. And then after a minute of that, they said leave, and we left.
Okay. Is that, I'm sorry, was it sister?
Yeah, that's
everybody's sister. I'm everybody's sister.
Okay, so you were just here picking them up as a verbal.
What do I look like being out here with my kids? That's dumb. Like, come on.
He's
The
forcing
women then
them.
urge the deputy to let them all leave. But then when more authorities arrive on scene, the tension escalates.
He was waiting for more pigs to show up. That's all he was doing. He was stalling them for more pigs to show up.
You don't gotta come over here. Why is y'all bringing all these police?
They argued, but nobody got to fight, or like it never got deeper.
The video then cuts to another deputy's body cam as he responds to the scene. Shortly after arriving, you can see multiple deputies trying to get out the driver and passengers out of the vehicle.
Let go of her. Johnny, grab her.
Now they're grabbing and arresting people and hurting people.
Get out.
Please don't touch me.
Get out.
Why does she have to get out? Leave them alone. They already had a rough day with altercations that didn't turn violent. They just had some arguments. They already had a rough day. Leave them alone.
Please don't touch me.
Get out.
Don't touch me. I will get out, but don't touch me.
Okay, get out.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. No, do not touch me. I'm getting out. Don't touch me. I didn't do. Don't touch me.
Total chaos because of the cops. Why are they doing that to her? She's committed no crimes. Wow.
After deputies pull Envy's sister Naya out of the car, that's when the 17-year-old exits the rear driver's side seat and begins swinging at the deputy.
Why do you think she did it? They're harassing the shit out of them. They're the ones doing it.
Then dashcam video shows a different angle of the altercation between the 17-year-old and the deputy, showing the deputy repeatedly strike the teen after he's hit. After the struggle, both the teen
After he's hit? I don't believe she hit him. I believe she grabbed him. Show us the whole thing, you lying jackboot thug pigs.
And her sister Naya were taken into custody after the incident. Court records reveal Envy Hampton faces a felony charge of battery on a law enforcement officer and 2 misdemeanor charges of resisting and disorderly conduct. Meanwhile,
way to get a black girl to justify what pigs do. Okay, listen. I gotta go. I'm sorry. My blood pressure is going to go crazy here in a second. I'm in day 5 of a 17-day water fast. So I haven't had a calorie or a nibble of food or anything, nothing, no juice, no nothing in 5 days. Today's day 5. So I can feel my blood pressure rising from watching the cops attack that car full of women and then them be upset about it. And then the cops stall her, pretend like, oh, well, let me help you get the blanket back inside. Let me help you get the blanket back inside. We're just talking. So you guys just had an argument and nothing physical or anything. He'd already radioed in to get more pigs there so that they could then attack those women in the car. Real talk. Biggest gang on the planet. Yep. The reason I give my trifold away for free and I spend hours a day clicking my finger to give it to people who hit me up later, even after my live stream, is because you have to know that you got to shut the front door. You have to know it. You have to learn it. You have to know it. You have got to be so careful. Yeah, Anthony Allegrini Jr. has affected all of us. And we're seeing now on camera that cops are generally bad. If you allow cops to involve themselves with you and you don't follow the procedure of invoking your Fifth Amendment right and dominating that pig, then they're going to arrest you. They're going to attack you. You got to keep your calm. You saw me in that car. I was real slow, real calm. All my movements were like this. I talked slowly. Even when I threatened to sue him, I said, you've already asked me, I already told you I invoked my Fifth Amendment right. Now stop harassing me and get your ass back there and do your job. But I wasn't screaming that, was I? So, all right, I'm going to get the flock out of here. I could feel myself getting worked up. And when you haven't had food in 5 days, man, you are sharp as a tack. And I got to finish Garrett's video, Press with Rancor. So Tuesday night, we have a fundraiser here. Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I need $20 from 50 people. I need $20 from 50 people on Tuesday night for a fundraiser for John Felix to raise another. We've already raised him $1,500. We need to raise another $1,000 to pay off his lawyer because he was arrested and we're paying for his lawyer. Team DLZ, we're all going to chip in. So I need you guys Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're doing a fundraiser for auditor and activist John Felix. So if you guys will meet me on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, we expose Lauren Wickman in Michigan. We exposed Todd Tardif. We exposed Rob LaMarche. They're all colluding together in the Upper Peninsula to take out their political opponents and First Amendment auditors. I have proof. Absolute rock solid proof. Lauren Wickman, you will not be reelected in the Upper Peninsula. I mean, you people in the Upper Peninsula can reelect Lauren. Just make sure that you're not on her bad side because she'll collude with the police to arrest you. She'll collude with the police to ruin your life, like she has to my friend Garrett Vanette, known as Press with Rancor. He's done nothing but film cops. His whole crime is filming cops and them being butthurt about it. So Tuesday night fundraiser right here, 6 p.m. And then Wednesday night, same time, 6 p.m., We're going to expose Lauren Wickman, Todd Tardif, and Rob LaMarche. When you see the connections that I've able, and to the people of the Upper Peninsula who've been calling me, thank you so much. So many of you guys have given me so many of the details I didn't have before. But apparently, can you believe it? Can you believe it? That in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, it's a peninsula. If you guys know what a peninsula is, it's a land of a body of land surrounded by water on three sides. So it's typically, there's a very narrow neck of land, and then it's surrounded by water on three sides. Can you believe it that the people of the Upper Peninsula have emailed me and called me and told me about the stories of the corrupt pigs up on the peninsula? Can you imagine that so many people have contacted me and told me stories about Lauren Wickman and about the crappy, shitty, corrupt prosecutor she is? Lauren wants power. I'm going to prove it on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Come back here. All right. All right. Chevy, what's going on? Vendetta. So KT changed her name to Vendetta. Selena, how you doing? Todd, love you too, buddy. Thank you guys so much for coming. Chevy. Big Homer. What's going on, my friend? How are you, my friend? James, Frederick, Lenny. What's going on, Lenny? April, good to see you, my friend. Jess, nice to see you. Adios, amigos. Wayne, good to see you. Dar, how are you? Dave, so many of you. Dan, listen, if you guys won a 5A cop card last week, it's not even shipping until tomorrow. You're not going to get to the end of the week. If you order any of my products, it takes 21 days. So if you ordered on November 10th, if you call me 2 days later and say, give me a status order on my update, or give me an update on my order status. Boy, if you don't know I have dyslexia, now you do. So give me an update on my order status. Give me a week or two. And then if you don't get your order ever, just contact me. Just reach me. I have tons of moderators. If you reach any of them, they'll reach out to me. I don't miss anybody's order. This is my business. This is what I do for a living. Me missing your order is catastrophic to me. If you, I give away 10 times more products than people buy. 10 times. You don't think that I want to get you, the buying customer, your product? I absolutely do. And Scout's Honor, I absolutely will. So if you ever don't get it, it's because the post office or your address was wrong or something went funny. But after 3 weeks, you contact me and I will get you your order. All you have to do is contact me. That's it. Oh man, that must have made you feel like shit, Kristen. She said so the cool part, man, is the caffeine headache is gone. Day 3 and 4, day 3, I had such so I'm on 5 days of fasting today. I'm in my 5th day of fasting. The second day I had a headache. The third day, because no caffeine, I had a headache like the size of Manhattan. It was so painful. Yesterday I had a headache most of the day, but it was just kind of light. I woke up this morning and all the mucus and from having a cold is slowly starting to dissipate, but you can still hear I'm pretty nasally. So I apologize. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. You listen to me, reach out to me, make sure that you guys get my trifold in your car and get these 5A cop cards before they sell out. And when they sell out, they sell out. I'll make more, but it'll take a while. Get the 5A cop card before they're gone. Because you get two, by the way. You get two. You get the 5A cop card driver and you get the 5A cop card non-driver. I send you two. So everybody who won a card from me today, you don't get one card, you get two. So I just want to make that clear to everybody. All right, I'm going to get the flock out of here before I watch another video that makes me so mad I have a stroke. So I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys soon. Later, Gators.